Headz gon' tell you the truth. Be out, Mr. Info, you know what we here for. The old Headz podcast. Yo, we come from North Shades to the team at the Barclays. The old Headz podcast. Yo, from Will scoring 100 to John Peter Warner. The old Headz podcast. Yo, let's go.
Yeah, buddy. Old Heads, episode 161. Back in the basement. I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. And, man, we got a great show today lined up. Of course, we all heard about what happened in Utah. Charlie Kirk was recently assassinated. We're going to get into that and how you guys feel about that and how he should be remembered. And then, of course, man, Caleb Williams, the Chicago Bears. We lost to the Vikings, man. First game of the season, Monday Night Football, 27-24. We don't have a lot of happy campers right now, so we're going to get into that. Is this just growing pains, or is this on par for how the season's going to go? And then, of course, keeping up with football season, one of my favorite segments, Prime versus Prime. Today, we're talking about running backs, man. Two of the most electrifying running backs of all time. Underrated running backs, in my opinion, Sean Alexander, as well as Priest Holmes, who's the better running back in their prime. And then 10 questions this week, the 10 most underrated NFL players of all time, man. But we're going to be talking about much more. But before we get into any of that, I'm going to let these brothers introduce themselves. We're going to get right into it. Old Heads, episode 161. Yiddy.
Boy, B.I., let's get to it. Oh, man. It's your man, Hendo G, a.k.a. Fresh Loaf, a.k.a. the man to be smoking nice stuff with the special guest.
Your boy Bob, how y'all doing?
Yes, sir. Special guest got Bobo back in the building, man. He had to come talk about the Bears, man. Otherwise, he was gonna pick up a car and slap the next Packer fan he saw. Breaking news tonight: young man throws a Hyundai at a Packer player, a Packer fan. Next. Now we're going to get right into, man, if y'all first time checking us out, we start every episode with Hendo's Hot Take. Hendo, what's the hot take?
Man, the hot take is, man, everybody tripping, man. Everybody tripping, man, about this guy, man. There's things that I think both sides of the party of both black and white people need to just reevaluate at certain times when we have certain events like this happen and concur. I hate to get a fast forward on the conversation, but we might as well top it into it anyway, because this was going to be the hot take anyway. Mm-hmm. We always get two sides of it. We get more Martin or we get more Malcolm.
You talking about Charlie Kirk, right?
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk, okay.
The more Malcolm would be the empathy, the man, I feel bad for the family, the kids, they gotta grow up fatherless. That's something, as a human being, we should, empathize with, especially as black people, seeing so many homes where a male figure or father figure has been taken away from a situation. That's where empathy come in. Then you got your more Malcolm, the guys, man, on some more, on some Dragic shit. If he dies, he dies, Now, no party's at fault. You are 100,000,000% equal to feel however the fuck you want to feel about this. And that's where people kind of go over too much. I, as a human being, with a platform, with a spot, with a limit space, a living space, a room to speak, I deserve my opinion. And I can always reserve my opinion. What other people are having a problem doing is respecting other people's opinion. I, as a human being, can respectively disagree with you and still be on mutual terms without having to name call, without having to belittle, without having to reside with racial comments and bring back what somebody else did and all this type of stuff. I'm entitled to my opinion. Now, what Charlie stood for, I might not be 100% down with. It stood for some toxic, at times, Caucasian stuff. There were some aspects, some ideas that he brought into my life that when I watched some of the things, that I sided with him on, and I agreed. But This is a point of being a individual. I don't have to 100% agree with some of the things you say or do. I take valid points that you might make and go on. You could do this with any public speaker, and if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But on no way, shape, or form should be acceptable for people to be, cool with somebody or something like this happening on a college campus. This is what bothers me. Not so much the person, but the place. The place happened where we have students that go there to try to better their life for our next generation to go on to be lawyers, doctors, or whatever this campus provides. They had to witness a dead body, an assassination in front of them. That's something that can scar you for life. That's what I don't appreciate. And I don't think we've looked at what these people who were there, because this looks like it was a fully packed event. We don't really appreciate or undervalue what these people had to witness. Minus this man or how you feel about him, what about the hundreds of people who had to witness this? This is what we do not reflect on. Until you see something like this, which a lot of people haven't, this is devastating. This could put you in a certain mental state. You might not even want to come back to school. That's what I think about it. The incident was an atrocity. Nobody should be getting assassinated for public speaking. I'm sorry. And you could be a Klans member, you could be Louis Farrakhan, you could be the pro-black. You shouldn't get assassinated for your opinion and thoughts. Now, as far as what his comments have been, there are some very skewed comments, some very toxic comments, some comments people shouldn't have made. But do align with this. Align as in put it together. This happens on both parties. We have a Candace Owens who comes out here and does the same fucking shit. We have Kanye who comes out here and does the same type of shit. Not the same exact shit, but the way he spews anti-Semitic stuff sometimes, at times, is crazy. Bill O'Reilly, Louis Farrakhan, somebody I really look into. He has made some very comments about other people and other races I just can't align myself with. I like what he stands for, and I align myself with some of his comments, but not all of it. These are just examples of people that I take a little bit of their knowledge and I reflect on how I look at things. You don't always have to align yourself with them to take value about what they're talking about, understand, and listen. Everybody is quick to hear the hate stuff and everything, but never hear everything else. I was able to even go back and go look at, I don't know, I'm just a nerd like this. I went back and looked at English versions of Hitler's speeches. Why? Because I do historical stuff like that. I wondered what he was saying to captivate these Germans, to make them go out here and do all this horrific shit. That's what I look at. Because there's something in what he's doing. But it just, I look into stuff like this. Public speaking is an art, and people don't understand that. And people get mad when I say Hitler is like one of my top 5 public speakers. Granted, he wasn't speaking on good behalf, but the way he spoke to people encouraged millions of motherfuckers to do shit they weren't supposed to do. Understand that. There has to be some logic. You can't hypnotize thousands and thousands and thousands of people. You just can't. He had a whole country following him under a thumb, ready to do whatever. You had to look into things like this. Now, what he was saying was some toxic stuff. It really was. Now, I can't condone about the black stuff because it seemed like he had it out for some things, but this is public speaking we talking about. There have been lots of people who've done this. I just don't think death is the occurrence from this. I don't like what he spoke about. I don't like how he spoke, but I do give him the respect that he was going out to colleges and he was giving people an open debate about this. If you felt a certain way, he'd give you a microphone, a platform. If you don't like what I'm saying, talk to me about it. That's what I don't think he gets the respect for. Granted, he did say some shitty shit. But the fact that he's willing to debate you in person, that's just what it is. That's his game, man. What's going on, man? How we getting linked up to the Disney Channel?
Well, I don't know who the clone, man. I don't know what's going on.
But I just don't think death is the ultimate comfort for any public speaker, man.
Jack. My screen was still on.
But it just seems wild that everybody just kind of, I don't really give a fuck about dude and all this stuff. And I'm not saying people should, but I don't condone assassinations in any type of form. Now, if this was somebody coming up and shooting a fair one with them, that's a little bit different. If somebody come up and slap you in your mouth because you said some racist shit, that's a little different. But you can. I've just never been a fan for assassinations. That's some coward shit, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people are upset either way, but you know, some things, some opinions, you know, however you want to keep them should be kept yourself. If it's like, I always keep to that thing where if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing now. I'm not saying that all the black community should come out here and adore this one, but the fact that people had to witness and have this on a video of a man getting shot and killed, that's never going to sit right with me. It's never. It doesn't care what you're talking about. I don't care if it was Putin up there and get shot. It doesn't sit right with me. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. You can be a shitbag. Death is not discerning anything. I'm sorry. But that's Endo's hot take, man. Sorry how they go on that rant, y'all.
Yeah, that was half the show.
He said that's half the show.
All right, now I'm going to trade yourself.
Well, I mean, shit, we might as well get into, you know, a little hopper. If we was going to talk about it, man, how do you feel like he's going to remember it? And I feel like he's going to be, you know, known as one of those people that was a speaker that said borderline shit constantly, that died living up to what you want to call, whatever, how they feel, the amendment, the freedom of speech, how they want to feel about that. And to me, that's a stretched line sometimes. It really is, freedom of speech, because they allow you to say hateful stuff. They give you the platform to do it. But I don't think he was so much saying it. Like on his podcast, I feel like that's where he was getting away. But when he did those, like when he was going to the colleges and stuff, I don't really feel like he was more than talking about them transgender people and getting on them about there was just a male and female stuff. And I think Dog was just a political tool at times, man. To be honest, no more than the Mexicans that were voting for Trump. It was a political tool. They used them. They got rid of them.
How you feel about Charlie Kirk? How you think it should be about?
Man, rest in peace to Charlie. You know what I mean? Like Hendo hit on. You know what I mean? I don't think someone being assassinated is ever. You know what I mean? Unless he out here, you know what I'm saying, doing some malicious shit to, you know what I'm saying, multiple millions or something, and he gotta be gone, you know. But other than that, no. I think he should be remembered as how you remember him. Because I ain't gonna tell nobody how to remember this man. I know how I'm going to remember him. You understand what I'm saying? And that's on me. And that's what I feel that he should be remembered for. You understand? However you want to remember him.
How you feel, Bill?
Shit, exactly the same. Plus, on top of all that, I don't even know this dude. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I don't know what's going on. Who? Like, the only thing I've heard about him is some negative shit he said about us or whatever. I typically try to avoid negative conversation and shit like that. So he's no one that
I give you a run out of how I kind of remember him. Well, his first kind of upbringing, he was kind of an intelligent dude that came from a decent college, and he would go to other colleges and he would debate certain rights, political issues, certain race agendas, certain gender agendas, and he would give you a platform. And colleges would call him out there because he would draw crowds, and he would go and people would get a microphone and they'd go for him. And because of some of his strong political views, he started getting like a MAGA run. So Trump and him became a little close, and I think that was the puppet part, because I feel like they were on the same page, and he kind of pulled him in because he had a young following, because he was going to campuses and he had a little small following, and this is how you can kind of pull in votes at a collegiate level where you would struggle with votes, I think, at that time. So I think this is more of a political ploy. Like I said, don't forget the Mexicans for Trump. I'll never forget that. The lady was up there like, oh, we love him. And then like after that, like, we haven't heard nothing from him. He was shaking him on the shoulder. So, next week, the motherfuckers is back in Mexico. Just as a motherfucker can get used like that, I feel like that's how he got used. Now, there's a whole horse of political puppets, Candace Owens being one of them. People who will go on our behalf, and people will look at them and think they're speaking for us. A Kanye is another one. A Charleston White could get reviewed as that one. A CP3 can be reviewed as that. Whitlock, you know, on ESPN, he can be viewed as somebody of that who speaks down on us. And Whitlock, I can't stand that motherfucker, but it's their platform. It's their opinion. And you don't necessarily have to ride with their opinion. I understand, I listen, I take in information, and then I think about that shit and I let it go back out. That's how a man is supposed to work. You're not supposed to agree with everybody is. We just find common grounds amongst each other and we work around it. That's how life has always been, especially on a racial chip, especially. But I think at this time, you know what I'm saying, I allow people for change. This man was young. You gotta leave room for change. If I can watch a person who was a Klans member when they was 19, go to the joint, get back out at 35, has a black girlfriend, change is possible. That's all that I'm saying. I give room for change. You have room to be wrong early in your life sometimes. You gotta give people change. People go to the joint, they make mistakes, shot somebody on accident, give them a second. I'm not saying that day, but they do their 25 years, they get out, that's a second chance. Not everybody doesn't, sometimes people get a room to change. That's all I'm saying. I don't condemn a person usually on some of their things. You gotta give room to change. Sometimes people are ignorant to the fact. That's it. No more, no less. Everybody's not as intelligent as the next person, especially when it's a white male who comes from a privileged person speaking about.
Well, if any white person says some bullshit about us, it's fuck them, basically. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being mature about it by not even saying fuck you. I'm saying, you know, I'm not going to pay attention to this rhetoric. I'm going to be PC about it. Same point in time, they one and the same. Fuck you, I'm not going to pay attention to this rhetoric. It's all one and the same. You know what I'm saying? So at that point in time, I mean, of course, no one wishes death on anybody, especially on the stage like that. That's ridiculous. You know, what type of asshole you have to be. But at the same point in time, it's still, I don't even feel like that man is worth my conversation with some of the things I've heard him.
But to be fair, and I'm not siding with him, but to be fair on our behalf, I think our culture sometimes is what holds us down. We talk about this all the time. Some of the things that we portray, like being young and wanting to be the plug or be the man, the videos that we have to our children, some of the TV shows, the drama like The Baddies or Hip Hop and Love in Atlanta, these shows are toxic. When another person of another race calls that type of shit out, we automatically assume certain things about that person. I'm not siding with them. I'm not siding. No.
I will quote a great man on this and say, no reason with no demons, it ain't no resolution.
No. But I think
that's the
But even us though, when we hear another race call out our flaws, we get immediately offended.
That's true. But sometimes it ain't their place.
It's not.
Your mother and your family and your homeboys can tell you some shit that a stranger can't.
Correct. I agree with you. I'm not. That's where we agree. But if he calls out some things, then I'm like, damn, that do make a little sense. I can't be 100% wrong with that, man. I don't like the platform that you did it. There's ways of going about it.
Exactly.
But I don't
like
think
the old white dude calling that girl's basketball team some little girl.
Exactly. You're not supposed to.
That's a fine line between who can say what.
Right.
You know what I mean? That whole line should just not be crossed.
You're right.
You know
You're right. That's the line he was crossing. That's what made that. It's not that there was opinions to be had, points to be made, but sometimes it's not for him to be saying that because this is not your situation. You speaking on a black household or black women as a totality and talking about their intelligent level or where they graduated from, that is nowhere near a line you should be crossing.
If we're policing comedians, then it's anybody who hold any type of career where being PC is called upon you, then you should motherfucking carry yourself with that level of respect to be heard. Because if not, then your message is going to be lost upon ears that it need to catch anyways. You know what I'm saying? It will behoove you to learn how to not isolate yourself from, you know what I'm saying, everybody by having these opinions. You know? But I mean, your opinion is your opinion.
But you're reserved to your opinion.
Yeah,
this man was harmless and act. Did he speak some things that we don't align with? Yes. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
No, he did. I just, you know what I mean? I just, like certain people, there are people that I love that have made those mistakes that I had to let go. And I was like Kramer from Seinfeld.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
I love Seinfeld. You know,
hey, Brian Urlacher.
Yeah, when one would make these comments, it's like, you know what?
No, we not saying.
I'm doing good.
I'm not saying to align yourself with it, but it's if a person speaks on other things, I give them the same respect as I would give like a Louis Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan has said some things about no, not like that, but no. There's been times where I'm not saying the equal same respect. You are talking. Listen to what I'm saying though. You are speaking upon how you want to feel, how you are act on a public stage. That's how you want to do it. He is speaking how he feels about that. I'm not saying that condemns death, but there was a reason why this man was coming to these colleges, and these colleges kept accepting him to come out there regardless of what was going on at the time. That's all the point I'm saying. I don't align myself with him or what he stood for, but I just, I look at it from both spectrums. I've seen people who speak their voice get killed a lot, and I just think that is a shitty concept. That right there. Not who it was, I just seen that happen. Because I've watched people that I've really cared for on a public speaking platform get killed by their own kind on shitty terms. That should have never happened. And I'm just, at that like that, that's what I just don't like.
Did you want to expound on that at all?
Kind of. I mean, I guess for me, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck who talks about our culture. You could be a Chinese man, you know what I mean, white man. But here's my thing. If you're going to talk about our shit, make sure you highlight the shit on yours.
Correct.
You understand? And that's the difference between the speech of the two. You know what I mean? I have no problem with you pointing out my shit, but make sure you look within and be like, and also, but we have problems with X, Y, Z.
Address
you
everything.
see, because
the
then you can really have dialogue and debate.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How can we help each other
Yep.
solve problems
Right.
instead of saying you X, Y, Z?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the difference.
Yep.
And that's all I'm gonna say about it. You know what I mean? It's just that simple to me.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think I follow politics. Anybody know me? I follow politics heavy. So for me, how can I say this? I don't want to sound disrespectful at all. I feel horrible for his daughters, and I feel horrible for his wife. No one should have to see their loved one, regardless of how I feel about that gentleman. No one should have to see their loved one pass like that. I think what people are forgetting, I'm happy actually Hendo hit on it, is a lot of people are forgetting those kids that were there to watch him. Growing up in the hood, I'm pretty sure we've all seen fucked up shit. Being in Utah, I can imagine some of them kids they probably never seen some people get their ass beat before.
Motherfuckers ain't even seen colored people.
No, for real. But to see something like that can absolutely be traumatic for anybody. It's actually a guy I listened to on YouTube, and he was bawling. He said he was 30 yards away, and he said he actually saw the blood squirt out. He saw the ambulance come, and he was bawling. That was something like really traumatic. So I think we have to understand, regardless of how we feel, that was still a human being. And there were a lot of people who he did impact. Now, as far as he go, me personally, I feel more sorry for his family than I necessarily do for him. Now, that doesn't mean that I wanted him to die. That doesn't mean I felt like he should have died that way. But I'm big on energy, and I'm very, very big on what you put out into the world. And I feel like when you have a platform, regardless of whether if you're getting 100 views or 100,000 views, you have to be responsible for the type of rhetoric that you're using and the type of energy that you're putting out into the world. And I feel like he put out a lot of negativity into the world. And I think one way or another, we will get humbled. I don't care who you are. And I'm not saying that should have happened to him at all, but I think we all need to be conscious of understanding that the type of energy that you put out into the world, one way or another, that does come back to you. And that doesn't, like I said, let me reiterate once again, I did not want that man to die. I'm not a Charlie Kirk fan, but I did not want him to die, and I definitely didn't want him to die like that. But I think we all need to be conscious that you do. But when we have a platform, be conscious and aware of the type of energy that you put out into the world. Before we even started this platform, I was like, I don't care how many viewers we got. One thing that's going to separate us from other podcasts, we're not going to blatantly disrespect professional athletes.
Yeah, can't call them scrubs.
Like none of us are professional. It's crazy how you go to some of these other shows and they're like, he's a bum, and like, hold up, bro. Like you didn't even make the intramural squad in high school.
Make a middle team squad.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing geometry earlier.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just understand that when you have a platform, the type of energy you put out into the world, the one way or another, man, just be understand that the type of energy, the rhetoric that you put out there, some people will take that the wrong way. And you know, you got some people out here that will take that literally. And that was one of the things that the shooter said is he felt that he was, spreading hate. And like I say, man, I think we all can do better. I absolutely agree with Bobo with what he said. I feel like that is the difference. A lot of people like to say it's both sides. Not really. I think when you look at the climate, when you look at what's happened as far as on the Republican side, a lot of this is a lot of it is racial. I think if we didn't have a Barack Obama, there's no way they would have voted like Donald Trump, someone like Donald Trump in the office. That's just my opinion. We can go down a deep dive. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but hey, it is what it is. R.I.P. to Charlie Kirk, man. I wish him and his family, I hope they heal, and I hope all those kids who had to see that, man, I wish them peace. And yeah, man, like I said, nobody should be assassinated, especially as black people. That's horrible, man. Like we definitely shouldn't be saying like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? Like
all our best.
So Mega Evers, so Emmett Till, we can go on and on, so it's like even if you want to talk about the gay community, he was white. Harvey Milk, check out the Milk. Milk is actually a good movie, but he was killed. You know what I'm saying? It's like people need to understand we'll all have our differences. I love how Hendo touched on it, bro. You don't have to like everything about everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I also like what B.I. said. If you say something that I feel like crossed the line and I feel like you can't come back from, hey, guess what? I'm cool over here, you cool over there. Respect your opinion over there, I respect mine over here. And we keep it moving, and then you don't have incidents like what happened to Charlie Kirk. But man, great kickoff to the show, man. I did not expect us to get that deep, but man, don't be dusty, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend. Well, we got to get right into it, man. We're finna get sad again. The Chicago Bears fell to the Vikings 27-24. What are your thoughts on Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson's performance? And is this just growing pains or how the season will go? Who wants to kick it off?
I don't even want to talk to them.
Neither.
I mean, they look good. He came out on fire 10 for 10, bro. And then something happened. He couldn't connect on wide open receivers.
We happen.
You know what I mean?
We happen.
And then you really have to think about with this high power offense, we still only put up, 13 points?
24.
24 points. We lost 24.7.
Right, but I'm saying though, defense scored 6.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
So 18 points.
Yeah.
18 points.
Yeah. Yeah, 18 points.
With a generational talent and a new guru, masterminded head coach. And the players were open. Don't get me wrong. If you watched it.
Yeah. I mean, so what do you think? Do you think this is just growing pains or how the season will go?
Time will tell. Well, I say about week 5, I'll know.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I do got to give him the benefit of the doubt. This is a new offense. This man is probably way stricter than the last regime that you were just dealing with. So I understand that you it's some things that you're going through right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the time to win is now.
Okay.
And the Packers look phenomenal.
Yeah, they do. I traded Micah to the Titans on Madden. Just keeping it a buck, I did.
What type of shit you be doing?
Cuz.
On that game.
Yeah, I traded him to the Titans. As soon as he got traded, I'm gonna trade him to the Packers. I've never played with the Packers in the whole time I've had Madden for years. I just started playing with Aaron Rodgers once he got traded. I'm lying. I put him on the Bears 1 year. How you feel, Hendo?
As far as Caleb goes, I think Caleb played a very decent game. There's when I went back and actually watched some film of it, there were some flaws with Jonah, the lineman that we got, the offensive lineman that we got from the Rams. There were some flaws that he had in there where there was some miscommunication, some miscues on the old line that I don't think a lot of people recognize. Kind of few free blitzers coming in. I thought Caleb played a very good first half. I thought second half he got too conservative. If you ever watch anything of how Caleb plays, he doesn't want to throw an interception so bad. He will overthrow you on purpose to not throw an interception. That is kind of like his nick. Like, instead of taking that shot where another quarterback would like just fucking let it fly, he not going to do that. He going to be like, no, I don't want to throw it. I don't want to throw an interception. He is so cautious on throwing an interception that's damn near a flaw to him. That he just doesn't want to throw them. And I've seen some open guys coming off some couple second, routes that would have been open, and he kind of, settled for one, but he didn't really look too bad. What looked bad was our lack of run, because our run game was very stagnant. We try to rely on our run game coming into that second half of the league.
We got out coached.
No, I think we got outplayed in the second half. I think we're underestimating Brian Flores and how he is as a defensive coordinator and how good he is against young quarterbacks. If you really look at that stat, he's very good against winning against young quarterbacks 25 and under. That's actually a stat of his. He struggles against veterans because they know how to kind of make that pass and take away for certain things.
That quarterback stayed in it.
What he did to design that blitz to fuck up our whole line was artful.
Start to that game.
I go back and look what happened that second half to our old line. He was calling blitzing from everywhere. It was impossible for Caleb to make certain split positions, and he has to resort to the second best thing, which is running. And that's what he can do. The good thing about Caleb is Caleb can also throw very well on the run. Very well. He can drop dots on the fucking run. To the sideline, cross, whatever. I think this came down to penalties. Penalties fucked us up. Took us out of a lot of scoring drives, but some of these penalties are really fucked up. We had a pass interference call where nobody touched anybody, and they threw a flag. We had a illegal hands to the face where a guy had underneath the helmet the whole time, and at the very end he did a nudge, still underneath, which is totally legal. 15-yard.
The offense started out. We don't want to blame the referees.
No. It was penalties. When we played well, the penalties brought us out of a scoring position. And then what happened was Minnesota's run game picked up. Once Minnesota run game, because of Mason, ex-signee from the Niners, and Jones, the ex-Packer, once they started getting a little runs, they started making gashes. Once we packed the box, then Justin Jefferson gets open on our backup corners and our backup safeties and stuff it was in because we had a rotation because we had a lot of injuries. And over a period of time, these guys are going to get open and make plays. We did what we could. We just stalled out, like you said, offensively. But some of that is on Ben Johnson for calling them type of 3 runs and stuff in a row when Swift is just not getting through the line. We have to call different plays, screens, of such.
How you feel, Bill?
I feel like when you're a good coach like Ben, hopefully will be. I know he a gym rat. I know he looking at film. These are quirks you can work out. What you want to see is those couple drives where it does look good. We can review going back to practice. You're gonna show them all the mistakes and tell them why they're mistakes so they don't make them again. But it's easy to show them when you have good film what it looks like when you actually doing what we're talking about to get everybody to believe that it can actually happen more frequently. You know what I'm saying? And the more that happens, it takes a second for that to happen. One of the last times, one of the worst ways one of the ways it cannot work where it works the least is when you play a very talented team or a very well coached team. And what is Minnesota? A very well coached team.
One of the better rosters in the league.
We
Yeah,
had the game.
they have
Let's be
a lot
honest, we
going
had the
for 'em.
game. We
They
just
just
tricked it
didn't-
off.
They
Yeah,
were
We
favored.
had the game.
Yeah, we
and
had
we
it.
tricked it
I
off.
mean, Minnesota was
That
favored.
Yeah, we
happens
stalled
when you
out.
get up and you get laissez-faire and you start calling these relaxed things. So this is something Ben Johnson had to learn as well as a coach. You got to be a little bit more aggressive at these times, and you know that. But he had to learn.
So let's just put a button. You just think so? You think growing pains?
Growing pains, we split with my Minnesota.
Growing pains, it just had to happen. Yeah,
You say wait and see.
I just
Wait
wish
and
it
see.
didn't.
Wait and see. Okay, I'm not mad at
That's
that.
actually the right answer. There's actually a right answer here.
It's yeah. I don't.
Actually,
Well, this your guy, man. You tell me. This who you wanted.
Yeah, I know. We go yeah.
Hey, he was trying to slide on by me.
no, 'cause I had
He about to
to-
go to the next one, yeah.
This nigga the whole time.
So you don't know, so you don't know, huh?
I like that.
It's all good. We go to the next question, man. It's your birthday, man.
Like we hold Stubby accountable for Justin Fields, we gonna hold you accountable for Caleb
We
Williams.
kind of do have to. And this is your guy.
Yeah,
This was your man.
How about this? I see the talent there, so I think you have to give him 3 years. You gave Fields 3 years. This is just pretty much his second rookie year. Did he miss a lot of throws? Yes. The only issue I have, honestly, with Caleb is that you see some of the things that they had issues with him from college. You're starting to see that kind of be an issue now. The accuracy, especially the accuracy downfield. I'm hoping that's something that he can. I put it this way. I feel like by Thanksgiving, I feel like by the end of the season with Ben Johnson, we're going to see the best version of Caleb Williams that we could possibly see. Whether or not that's going to be a top 10 quarterback, whether or not
I
that's
think
going
it's
to be
next year.
I mean, I personally think next year, but I'm just saying, I feel like whatever version, the best version of Caleb Williams, I think Ben Johnson's going to bring that out of him. Trust me, I even put on, after that first game, I was like trading. I put that because I get so into it and I get, it's so frustrating because it's like I can see the talent and it's like my thing that gives me confidence in Caleb is that his escapability is phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. You cannot tackle this motherfucker,
That's
man.
something you can't teach. That pass that he made to Rome, maybe only 3 other quarterbacks in the league can make that.
The sideline, escaping the pocket.
Exactly. So that special shit, you see it. So I'm hoping that the layups is shit that with repetition and with maturity, that'll eventually come. Because like you said, we had that game. Penalties, that's going to happen. We're
Not
Brandon.
162 yards worth of penalties.
It was a lot.
It was a lot, but that's going to happen.
Penalties that took us
But
out of
I
scoring
think-
conditions
but I-
more than once.
I
And the
think-
field goals.
That's what I'm saying. Scoring
We missed
conditions
the
more
field
than
goal,
once.
We missed the field. So
We did, but we were in field goal position 3 times that game,
I
and the penalties took us out of them. All the way scoring. We had a first down,
Absolutely.
and they called that shit back.
But like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm still a Caleb fan. I see the talent. I still think he's still going to be a phenomenal quarterback. Just give him time. He had 97 touchdowns, no INTs last season on Madden for me. So I'm still sticking.
I'm gonna give you an example of one of the shitty calls he was doing. He had a first down to Rome. It was on the 18 of the other persons were on their 18-yard line. This was supposed to be first down. A flag gets called. The motherfucking Viking player slips down on a D lineman, and what they teach you on offense is to hold that motherfucker down or fake lay on him to keep him down. This is literally what they teach you. They called him for holding. These were some of the shittier calls we were getting late in the game. Now, I'm not saying that deterred anything.
I remember that call because the commentator said they didn't see anything there.
Because there was nothing there. This is literally what they teach you day one in football. They teach you at a collegiate level to do that.
But we're talking about the Bears, though, man. What Week 1 team surprised you and you thought looked good, and what Week 1 team you thought would look better? Who wants to expound on what? If nobody else want to expound on that?
What week 1 team look good?
Yeah, that surprised you.
Packers. Can't even
Yeah, that was
hold
me
you,
too.
bro.
Packers?
Bears,
Yeah, got
bro.
the Packers too.
And the team that I thought that was going to look better was the Bears. If you, bro, listen. And I didn't watch the whole game. I watched it to halftime. Because I knew that we were going to win that game. Just by the tempo of the game, McCarthy couldn't do nothing. But we were not capitalized on the fact that he couldn't do nothing.
Yep, I agree.
So sad.
How you feel, Bill's team to surprise you?
Oh, the Packers surprised the shit out of me. Yeah, because I thought what's the name would play a little bit more. It wasn't until like the day of the game, Michael played a little bit more. It wasn't until like the day or two before the game or some shit that I realized they thought he'd start making excuses, or scheme and whatever. But I knew he would have an impact. You know what I'm saying? But like I didn't know that. I knew exactly what happened. I thought should happen. Is why I started putting pressure on that team. But to see it happen still surprised the shit out of me. To see everybody else getting off on that line and creating pressure. It's times where these guys are 5 yards behind the fucking line of scrimmage and shit at the quarterback neck. Like, you know, and one guy does change that when you get a dog in the room. I said that shit, but who fucked me up was Kansas City, man. Kansas City. Yeah. I don't want to say this is the end of their run, but I've always said that you can't track motherfuckers' football careers from the start of it. And I always go back to Dan Marino. He went to the Super Bowl early in his career and never got back. Now, Pat Mahomes had a whole bunch of success, but who's to say Andy Reid gonna be there forever? They already lost the speedster. I forget his name. Was Tyreek Hill. Kelsey is getting old, and he's obviously consumed with activities outside of football a lot. Regardless of how focused he want to be, he got a lot going on right now, and it could be a bit much to ask of him to be old Travis at this day and age. Just saying. You know, their running game ain't exactly like that. Their defense did get them there last year, but their division is tougher. The whole AFC is tougher. Aaron Rodgers is over here on a good team now. I think the window is closing on Kansas City, and I think we see it happening, but everybody still want to say Kansas City because it's hard to count these guys out. And I know that. I'm not saying that they still not them, but yeah, I don't see them going to the Super Bowl again this year.
Oh wow, okay.
And the more years they stay away from it, I'm not sure how soon we should see him back.
How you feel, Hendo? Team that surprised you, team that disappointed you?
I'm a team surprised me. Jets. Even though they took that loss, they were supposed to win that game.
Yeah.
If that Steeler kicker doesn't put that boot in, because that was a fucking boot he put in. I think it was damn near a 60-something yarder he put in.
That could be the most surprising team when we won, the Jets.
But you gotta understand, the Jets. Nobody project this team to play as good as they did against the Steelers and what the Steelers bring on a year-to-year basis. We consider the Steelers to be probably like a B+ team every year. No, I'm not gonna say an A-, but they're always seem like they're a break-even team every fucking year. You know what I'm saying? 9-8, 8-9, either one. They're not gonna be bad. They're always gonna have a win at something. It's something gonna be up in there. You wouldn't expect that the Jets will come out and give them a run with a rookie head coach, a young quarterback that has been unproven a lot of his career as far as if he can throw the ball compared to running the ball. But he looked elite. That was the best.
That team was well coached. They played call. I watched the whole game, every snap.
They looked like a well-oiled machine.
Nice.
They were working. They weren't set. They were like literally getting the ball to where the defense was getting them and just working the gaps. They looked nice, and technically they were supposed to win that game. Aaron Rodgers throws for a way better game in the back end of it, but he struggled. He struggled that whole fucking game. Let's be honest. He did not look good that whole game. Justin Fields, as far as it comes to stats and what he was doing productive-wise, looked way better.
This is why we gotta watch out.
Aaron Rodgers just does what Aaron Rodgers does.
4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
4 touchdowns.
Yeah. The two last ones were nasty.
It didn't even look great.
But the two last ones, because
touchdowns.
you allow a veteran Well, all he has to do is get warmed up to do what the fuck he does. It's not that Aaron Rodgers is bad. It's just that he's fucking old. But once he gets warmed up, he's just as good as anybody else at that position. Once he gets in that knack and he feels he gets that little taste of blood, he knocking them bitches back. And that's what the fuck he does. That's just what he does.
What team disappointed you?
What team disappointed me? Well, I wanted to put this on a list of disappointments because they always disappoint me every year. The fucking Dolphins. This team looks fucking atrocious every fucking year. They don't do shit right. And they're supposed to be
No
the
way
next
they lost like that. No way they lost like that to the Colts. Man, come on, man. That was embarrassing.
Maybe the Colts that good.
No,
Man, hell no. Man, come on, man.
Hey,
Oh,
you
man.
never know, bro. You
But
never
listen.
know.
I can't give
The
that
light
credit.
shines
I
on the
can't
dog
give that
ass
credit.
sometimes is all I can say.
Man,
But there's
man.
two things I can say. I don't think the Colts is that good, and neither
Right.
is the fucking Dolphins.
I
And
agree.
they just struggle. The Dolphins are supposed to be a team of the last 4 years to be something put together. Let's be honest. This team is supposed to be looking at something nice, and they're basically dragging in the back mediocre of everything possible. Let's be honest. They're supposed to be giving us a run. They ain't giving nobody a run but they self. This team looks atrocious every year. They're not finding an answer. They're paying Tyreek Hill all this money just
Worst
to run
team
up
in
and down this
football.
field, not to catch shit. They're paying Tua just so he can sit out games half the year because this nigga doesn't know how to dive feet
Worst
first and
team
not
in
head
football.
first. This motherfucker literally dove head first last year, had to get out for 4 games because he was concussed. Nigga, what quarterback dives head first into a linebacker knee? They don't make smart things. I think they're either over one of two things. Either McDaniels has to leave or it's Tua. But they're the most, that was disappointing. They should have never lost that game like that. If I was a betting man, I don't think I would have put my money on the Indianapolis Colts. That was a blowover.
You actually did, because I picked Miami on that game. Or did we both pick the same?
Mm-hmm.
Did we?
That's wild. Oh, that's crazy. The team that surprised me the most were the Jets. Even though they lost, they put up 32 points.
Yeah.
Fields had 3 touchdowns. I think that team surprised some
Nice.
people, especially if they. I think that team will surprise some people, especially if they can get some consistent QB play. The defense will come along as the season goes on, especially having a defensive head coach like Aaron Glenn. A team that seemingly didn't look good, that surprised me, were the Miami Dolphins. Miami in 2022 were the number 1 offense in total yards and points per game at 29 per game. They typically start the season off strong. But teeter off in the colder months. Also, I think Mike McDaniels could be on the hot seat if things don't improve. So that's great. Those are my had exact two. But we got a big fight tonight, September 13th. Switching things up, man. And we're gonna pivot really quick. Who wins the fight tonight, man? I'm a huge boxing fan. Definitely like boxing more than MMA. So this right here is a huge fight for me tonight.
Yeah, me too.
Terrence Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Who wins the fight tonight and how do they win? Crawford record 41-0 with 31 KOs. Canelo Alvarez record 62-2 with 39 KOs. Last loss was in 2022 to
who?
Dmitry Bolov
Right.
by unanimous decision.
Mm-hmm.
So who you got winning? Who wants to kick it off?
Man, I got Bud, man.
Bud?
Yeah, man. I'm
How?
never gonna not pick him. You
He
said
had to go up in weight too. So how you got to win it? KO.
Yeah, you want me to go to my list? I'll make some bets. Shit. You gonna
That's a
have more than
come-up,
7.5.
Yeah.
And you
I
gonna
bet
have
it
more
is
than
because he got the
7.5.
dog.
Is he?
Yeah, he think this Canelo.
Yeah,
man,
come on, man.
That's
He's the
Canelo.
underdog.
Man, this is
Dead ass.
yeah.
Yeah.
Come
So-
on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Bud,
Bud.
man.
KO or let's go on a
Shit, that was a
split decision.
Because they said like 100 or whatever, so that was basically like 10 rounds. I'm gonna say go at least 10 rounds.
Okay.
At least 10 rounds. Going
So that's the decision.
Decision. Okay.
I'm gonna say, bro, I don't want to make a prediction. I'm gonna say let the best man win. I really think this is really good for the sport of boxing right now. You understand what I'm saying? Because I think that sport is dying a little bit. You feel me? Because people don't want to fight nobody. You feel me? You know nobody want to fight nobody.
Good, nigga. Ain't
Right?
nobody good.
And the motherfuckers they ain't making the fights. The fights that people really want to see. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? This is a fight that somebody wants to see. That they don't make this happen. So to me, let the best man win,
On
bro.
Netflix.
And just don't have no conspiracy bullshit involved. Let these men fight it out like men, and may the best man win.
Yeah, 'cause they gonna fight.
Stupid as hell. Who you got?
Oh shit, man. I'm gonna go with
What you say?
Nobody.
Nobody.
I want the best man to win, bro.
The
The best man. If it's Canelo tonight, then it's Canelo. If it's Bud, then goddamn it, it's Bud.
Yeah, it's a good fight.
It's a good
Um,
fight.
You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna just go with the home team, man. I'm gonna go with Bud, man. Only reason I say that is because I like Canelo a lot, but he's gotten older, and his last significant fight was when?
His loss was in 2022 to
That was
Dimitri Bivol.
that was his last significant fight. That was his last big fight. He hasn't really fought, I don't think, since then. He may have, but I don't think he has. Bud has ran through his whole division as such. You know what I'm saying? He has put on weight, yeah, but this man's how his tactics. He's a technician.
Yeah.
Like you don't see a man tactically work like this, and I think he slips in it. The thing about Canelo, he's hard to knock out.
Take a punch.
He can, but that's it though. That means the punches are points, and I think Bud has the faster hands. He's gonna get them points in through there, and I think that's where you eat. And I think it's gonna be a decision win on Bud's behalf. I don't think he knocks out Canelo because Canelo has an iron chin. But this is a man that Bud is really quick on, and he falls back really quick. And when he's falling back, he'll get one in, and then he presses you, blah, blah, and that's 3 points right there. I mean, in my eyes, if we're going punch for punch, then he comes with his little power shots. You know, Bud does a very good job of defending. He doesn't let a lot of it get to him, but he has to watch those body shots because Canelo is really a body shot technician. He will go for your face, but he'll work your body in the mid. That's where I think Bud gets exposed a little bit. But I've seen as of late, Bud really guards that. You know, the last couple of people, Bud was in on that. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo has the strength, but I think Bud has that speed where he's going to win by points. I don't know if he's going to knock Bud out.
I'm kind of the only thing that I am kind of concerned about is that this is Canelo's natural weight, and Bud had to move up weight. And I know from lifting weights and fluctuating in weight with that extra weight on you, bro, even though that you don't train, if you ain't never did that activity at that weight, it's a different monster, you feel me? And you can't train for that. There's no simulation for you actually doing the act at the new weight that you're at. So it will be good to see how Bud navigates that in this fight, you know what I mean?
Only thing you can do is train against motherfuckers similar weight or smaller.
Mhm.
That's what I would do a little bit, or heavier. Either way, how you want to go. Just for punch wise, you go heavier for punch strength. You go smaller for speed.
Canelo's had 4 fights since his loss to Bivol.
What was his last fight?
His last fight was in May 4th, 2024 against Jamie Benitez.
And then Bud's last fight was in late 2024 or 25 before they did that. Bud's had the more recent fights is what I was going to go for, is what I was saying. I think he has a more fight. Granted, he had to, like you said, though, that fluctuating weight, that's huge. I've watched a lot of people struggle with that. A lot of people. It's different.
Popping, son.
No,
It's
he got
on
the
and
fight in
popping.
2023.
Oh, so he's the latter of the
But
two.
he fought on Errol Spence Jr. Who's a dog.
Yeah, he
Who's a
beat
dog.
the brakes off Buddy.
Yeah.
He
He
beat
picked
the
him
brakes
apart.
off Buddy.
Right.
I was looking for Apollo man in that fight, like, bro,
And
where
you know what I'm saying? Oh, in the time.
All I'm saying
Shaking
is
like
that
a
reflects
dog.
on what I go through when I think about the process of how he broke down the dogs and knives. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, granted, that was a different weight class and stuff, but it was the techniques and how he was getting to how he broke him down. I was like, God damn, this nigga's a technician. Now, if you can do that with a little bit more weight, your damn self, if you put it on, get motherfucker that same shit, niggas. But it's gonna be hard to knock this guy down. He's gonna get some good punches. I don't see nobody getting knocked out. I see this going to a decision because both these niggas can really take a punch.
I
I've
was
seen
showing
this nigga take a
ready to
punch
hit
on
that
shit.
gamble button on knockouts and
His-
knockdowns. I
his-
couldn't do it for either one of them.
His last 4
see
fights have all won by unanimous decision for Canelo. He beat Triple G, but Triple G was old at that time.
Yeah.
John Ryder. I really like Jamel Charlo, but he beat him by unanimous decision.
He beat his ass, dog. That's why he beat his ass. It wasn't no unanimous decision. It was an ass whooping.
So who we got? We got Crawford. Everybody said Crawford.
I said, but best man wins.
Best man wins.
Yes, sir.
I hate to be that guy, but I'm
I'm that guy in sports all the time. So that's why I'm always hating, dog. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to see the best game possible. So I'm saying, like, I don't give a fuck who win.
We got it.
Entertain me.
That's why you said Bills Ravens.
No, it was just
I don't give a fuck who win. It's just gonna be a good game.
Hey, on the real.
You talking about entertainment? Drewski drew some drew a little bit of he drew a little bit of controversy. A lot of people saying, I don't know if you guys have seen, go on YouTube, look at him. Drewski did whiteface.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I believe it was at the races.
You know where you at, boy?
Yeah, it's in one of those race car events.
He's drawing some for having on whiteface. How do you guys feel about this? He's drawing some criticism, for having on whiteface. Do you feel like it was just a joke? Is it fake outrage? Or do you think some people have a point?
Me personally, I don't think it should be no outrage. It has been done, and it was done tastefully. You feel me? But I got something darker than that, because you have to really, really think about it. If he could infiltrate the Caucasian culture, and Caucasian could infiltrate our culture, then who's to say who's doing what to who to make a certain type of person believe whatever? Because you couldn't tell me that he wasn't Caucasian.
Yeah.
I only knew because I knew.
Right.
But if I seen him walking,
Right.
ain't no way in hell I would've.
No, that's fair.
I just think it's deeper than that, and people need to wake up to that, man, bro. Anybody could be anybody, bro.
I think that's a good fucking point.
I think the outrage part of that question is the funniest part, because it's like, what was the outrage when everybody in Hollywood, all white people were playing every race possible back in the day? You know what I'm saying? Native Americans,
all the natives.
You know what I'm saying? Every person possible on TV that was of any descent or whatever. These white people played everybody. They just put a little. It just only thing the difference was how much tan they want to put on their skin to look a certain part. You know what I mean? And then this ain't even the first guy to do whiteface. We seen Eddie Murphy do it. We seen I got some names, man. Like, we seen a whole bunch of people do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Marlon and Sean was white girls.
You know what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle, Orlando Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen a whole bunch of people do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they just upset because they got food. You got duped or something. Your feelings are hurt. Like, I have no idea what
motherfuckers fucking with somebody who's internet famous. They didn't get duped. They knew what it was.
Yeah, what you feel about him though?
First off, it was fucking hilarious.
Sure was.
I am a person of good comedic taste. I like everything that's tasteful. I don't even mind if you do blackface tastefully within grace. I don't care. The reason I say that, but hear me out. There's a reason behind this. There's tastefully. I don't want you putting all black on your face and going out and be like you're somebody wrong. But I didn't mind when Robert Downer Jr. did Tropic
That
Thunder.
shit was hilarious.
And I thought that was tasteful. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Nobody else can do that.
No. But listen, hear me out though. This isn't just an only instance. I remember when Dan Aykroyd did that in Trading Places. Let's not forget that.
What?
Oh, you don't remember when he came in with the Rasta? Hey, man. Hey. You don't remember?
Okay,
Everything tastefully, within taste.
Okay.
Not coming in with the jet black scuff on you. Tastefully. Okay? Jokefully. Comedically. It was funny.
But then it's a fine line.
No,
like,
jokes
can we talk about fried chicken or
jokes.
not? You know what I'm saying? So
Jokes
it's like,
are jokes. This was made in a joking manner to make people laugh. There are blackface that goes on that's not joking, that's made to be a derogatory thing. Let's make that line clear. I like comedy. if you go on stage and you do a Japanese or a Chinese impersonation, I'm not gonna not laugh if it's funny. But that doesn't mean that this Japanese or Chinese guy or something else doesn't think that's not funny.
Yeah, I get it.
I like tasteful jokes. I took this as a tasteful joke.
So
the outrage, it doesn't mean nothing to me because this was a tasteful joke. Dave Chappelle did the same thing. Tasteful joke. This shit's fucking funny. If you don't have any type of humor and nothing that's funny, that's on you.
What's fucked up
I thought it was funny. All right.
What's fucked up is it better be funny, nigga.
That's it. That's fucking it. It better be motherfucking funny. It better be motherfucking funny.
Because if it's so, then it better be funny.
Yeah, we gonna be on your ass. But
It better be funny.
I like comedy. I take it as a comedic joke like this because he is a comedic person to me, and it was done in a comedic way. It wasn't done to hurt nobody. It wasn't
Right.
done to
actually got a good time with those people.
Right. It wasn't done to shit on nobody or make somebody a race look bad. He was fucking around playing. It was funny. That's how I take it. I'm sorry.
All right, and that's all right. That's what it is.
How you feel?
I didn't have an issue with it, man. I feel like the fake outrage is hilarious to me. Especially when you look back to B.I. when you look at what they've done in Hollywood and the level of grossness of how you've seen like white guys
in Egypt, that's all white people.
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
Yeah, except for one. It was
There's
one
a single
black
white
dude.
person in fucking Egypt like that.
Yeah.
Fair
I mean,
skinned
so
ass
it's
motherfuckers
like-
they had on that motherfucker. Them niggas got sunburned the first 3
Yeah.
hours in fucking Egypt.
I mean, the Ten Commandments alone is all motherfucking white people.
And the
What
attempt
else?
alone of their fucking accents and shit.
Well,
Man, this nigga's from New Jersey, man.
so I said, to me, the fake outrage was hilarious. It's so much more important stuff that I'm worried about. But with so much bullshit going on in the country today, you gotta lighten up the mood. Let's name our top 5 underrated comedy movies of all time, man. Like I said, we all love comedy, man. Funny
Man, I
is funny
love-
regardless.
That's
So
my
at
favorite
number
activity.
5 for me, underrated, I don't think nobody talk about it enough. The movie Airplane came out in 1980. Lead character Leslie Nielsen.
Hilarious.
Hilarious, bro. If you guys haven't seen them, old head. Most of my movies are old movies. Check it out, man.
Yeah,
Airplane with Leslie
That's
Nielsen.
fucking old as shit.
Yeah, it is old.
89 ass nigga.
I thought I had some old joke.
No, all my shit old, bro. I was just watching Fast Forward at work.
Chill.
Yeah, no.
You never see Fast Forward? I'll send it to you. Phenomenal. Came out in 85.
Sometimes it's like we don't hear
Yeah, we watch. Shit, I got janky promoters, man, from Ice Cube.
That's
Low
hilarious.
key.
You know what I'm saying?
Low key. Yeah, I
I was
like
telling
that.
you,
Great
so
movie.
long, yeah, motherfuckers.
Great.
Yeah,
You know why it's so great? They had to pay a lot to make that motherfucker.
Yeah, and it was still funny.
It was still.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say my number 5, man. It's Booty Call with Jamie Foxx
Yeah.
type of name and shit, bro.
That's
That's
just
what you
hilarious.
wasn't doing, bro. Every time I think about that, bro. And the dog going to town on him, bro.
That nigga had to look
Bro,
like-
I mean, I can't even. Every time
Ever
I
since
think
then,
about
I've
that
always
movie,
thought about
bro.
Jamie Foxx accepting for outfits, like how he accept outfits. This outfit game in that motherfucking movie was atrocious.
It was
First and
terrible.
foremost, it was. I don't know.
I wasn't even gonna go there. It
And
was
who
awful.
you got number 5?
There's outfits
Underrated
movie
comedies
history.
of all time.
It's one of my favorites, man. Half Baked.
Yeah,
Baked.
yeah.
Half Baked is one of the That movie is a fucking classic.
I ain't seen
That
all
is
that
a classic.
time, yeah.
You don't watch that shit. There's so many good actors in that motherfucker. It's ridiculous. Everybody played their motherfucking role.
Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out. At number 4, one of my favorite movies, man, came out in 1995. Super underrated in my opinion. Tommy Boy
You're fucking
with Chris
hilarious.
Farley and
That
David
shit's
Spade.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
Let me see.
my shit, dog. I've done Fat Man and Little Coat so many fucking times, bro. That shit is great, bro. R.I.P. man, Chris Farley.
Right.
That's good.
Man,
Who you got number 4, Bobo?
I'm gonna go with one of my all-time favorites too, man. Something About Mary, man.
Low key.
Funny as
Yo,
fuck, dog. Funny as
Something
fuck.
About Mary, bro.
Low key. That shit funny as hell.
Yeah.
Bill, so you got number 4.
bear with me, man. License to Drive. I don't know if you ever
Corey
seen that.
Feldman.
Corey
My
Feldman.
shit,
Corey
bro.
Feldman and Corey
My
Haim. You know what I'm
shit,
saying?
bro.
No, these
My
niggas had a
shit.
night of a lifetime.
Yeah,
This shit was
bro, that's
hilarious.
my shit.
Told
Like,
Grandpa Cadillac.
yeah, that was one of my favorite movies.
Man, that shit
I
was
used to play that shit
hilarious.
over and over on HBO.
Hilarious. I've seen that a lot of times too.
License to Drive, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Corey Feldman and Corey Haim.
Low key.
Who you got Hendo number 4?
Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang.
Pootie.
You know what? I couldn't get
Pootie
into that
Tang
one.
probably
Yeah.
gets the
Pootie
worst
Tang.
rating of any movie, but low key,
Yeah.
it is a gem. And this is the only time I was
It's
able.
definitely a cult following.
Yeah.
It was the only time I was able to watch JV Smooth longer than 15 minutes.
That's funny. That's
I watched Larry David.
That movie's hilarious, Loki.
Yeah, Pootie
You
Tang.
just got to be up on game a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, Pootie Tang is kind of funny.
Not for everybody, I
That,
guess.
that was my shit. It's a cult following. I like Pootie Tang. Pootie.
Bro, that shit
Number
was fucking
3
hilarious.
for me, low key. Matter of fact, I gotta put that at number 2. I'm gonna say number 3. Major Pain came out in
Oh, my God,
1995.
hilarious.
Damon Wayans and Karen Parsons. If you don't know who Karen Parsons is, that was the young lady from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Hillary from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She was leading actress in that. But yeah, Major Pain, 1995. Break it on down. Break it on down. That is my shit, bro. Love Major Pain. Super underrated, in my opinion. Bobo, who you got? Number 3, underrated comedy of all time.
Underrated comedy of all time, man. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with Richard Pryor, man. Which way is up, man?
That was not wrong.
I thought about putting a toy on my list.
I thought about hearing on UFC on
Hear no evil, see no evil. The toy, that shit hilarious though. But it's so
Hear no
fucking
evil, see no
racist.
evil.
It's so
Hilarious.
racist. As an adult going back and watching the toy, I'm like, this shit is
why
so
I fuck
wrong.
with y'all.
So wrong.
I promise to God, this is why I fuck with y'all.
Who you got number
I can
3?
show you my list. The next one in order is Richard Pryor, but it's moving. The nigga.
My
I got
Yo,
that
shit.
motherfucker. I
Well,
got
you
that
can't
motherfucker. I actually own that motherfucker. That's
That
funny you
is
put that.
my shit.
That didn't make
At
my
the
list.
end where the nigga put the
Low
football shit under his eyes, bro.
No, yeah.
Dog, that is
Dog.
my
Low key, dog.
shit,
That is
bro.
a movie people don't talk about, but that shit.
That is
was
my
hilarious.
shit. Moving good ass one, bro.
What dude had schizophrenia? This nigga had
Yeah.
7 different personalities driving this car
Bro.
across country.
Dog. That is my
That's
shit.
hilarious.
Moving. That's a great fucking call.
What the
That's a
fuck, bro?
great. And then you got number 3.
This one is actually one of my probably like top 3 favorite ones.
That's
Low-key.
on Tubi, too.
I used to watch this shit all the time, man. Young Frankenstein, man. I don't know if you ever seen Gene
Yes.
Wilder, Black and White, man. The movie is fucking hilarious before its time. The
Yeah.
jokes, the schemes, everything.
Yeah.
I never actually seen the movie,
Gene
but I seen
Wilder,
pieces
by
of it.
far, is one of the most underrated white comedians I've ever seen as far as what he
He
does
is
on a
underrated.
movie
Fact.
because of his range of who he
He
would
was
work
the man
with,
for
how
a
he
second.
worked with,
Oh,
and his
yeah.
jokes. He's hilarious. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Young Frankenstein, one of my favorites, man. So underrated.
Yeah, Young
So
Frankenstein.
underrated. It's in black and white.
That's a good call. Young Frankenstein. At number 2 for me,
Gene
man,
Wilder.
I had a hard time switching between this and Major Pain. I had to go with this, man, just because the brother got my name. The Wood, 1999. Omar Epps, Tay Diggs, and Richard
Okay.
T. Jones, bro.
I
You
understand
cannot go
why.
wrong. The Wood is a classic.
I don't even know that's underrated.
I
Right, because I'm thinking underrated joints.
You don't think so?
I don't know, man. I
'Cause
think
you
that's
said one that wasn't underrated.
What's that?
Too. I forget what your list was.
Half baked Pootie Tang.
Half Baked, in my
Half
opinion,
Baked.
wasn't underrated.
Yeah.
But that's
I mean, I don't feel like. I feel when like
But
if
I can understand why you.
I
would.
feel like
It
if I was to
a
go back
low budget
home,
film.
if I feel like I think
And
it's situational. If I was to go back
it's
home
more
and
of a
mention
cult
that,
following.
Yeah,
It's more of a, if you're a
It was-
that's what it
pothead,
is.
it's more of a cult. If you're a pothead, you really fuck with a half baked.
right,
Yeah.
man. But if I go back home, motherfucker, what the fuck is that? Like, motherfuckers not gonna be knowing that. You know what I'm saying? That's something like out here. I feel
Where I
like.
feel,
Yeah.
I feel like the Wood is underrated because when you think of comedies, you think of Life, you think of Harlem Nights, you think of
Yeah.
Honestly, Which Way Is Up Is Down, or any of the
Wood was so.
any of the Bill
He
Cosby.
had so many. Yes,
It's
that's why I was having hard with that.
Is up there with Best Man almost, but the Best Man made a
Right,
you know,
but
more shit afterwards.
I always feel like people forget about the Wood. And my
Yeah.
personal opinion, when you think about comedy,
I
that's
don't
just
know.
my.
I would
How
say
can you
brothers.
forget about Stacy though?
That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know.
Man.
That's
You forget about
like
Stacy though. That's what I'm saying. That's
that's tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's your argument one. We got to argue.
I hear you though.
I feel like out of them rom-coms, I feel like the brothers get more lost than a bunch of them.
I just watched The Brothers too.
Yeah,
Brothers
that was
funny.
straight.
Yeah.
And that's not one of the motherfuckers talking about. But the rest of them two can play that game, all of that
Still
shit.
not a player.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers don't talk about that either.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, still
But
not
that
a
had,
player.
but still not a player had a little bit more. I don't know, because I can remember going to the show and that being advertised. You know what I'm saying, within the community anyway. You know what I mean? So,
Who you got number two?
number two, this is like another cult following that I believe that you had to. This movie called Waiting, about fast food industry.
I love that motherfucker.
I never seen it, but I
They had a
know
white
Ryan
dude,
Reynolds.
the white dude that's hilarious. He does the stand up, Dane Cook.
Oh, that was
seen
Dane.
It's
Dane
called Waiting,
Cook.
yeah.
That
Was
is
Ryan
funny.
Reynolds in that shit too?
That is
Huh?
funny.
Was Ryan Reynolds in that
Yeah.
shit?
Ryan Reynolds in that, yeah.
It's rare that you have Dan Cook and Ryan Reynolds. That's what made
Yeah,
it
in the
great.
same
'Cause they-
movie.
Yeah, that's what made it a good
Waiting,
movie.
yeah. 'Cause I think that's the one where the nigga put the dandruff
Yeah,
on the
the
food.
dandruff,
Yeah.
Put the toast in there, like, yeah. He said a little bit, and Buddy and DJ Qualls was in there. He's
Yup.
like, he's yummy. I was like, whooped his
That
ass.
is low key funny. I used to watch that for shorty.
Fuck.
Who you got number two, Bills? Underrated
This
comedy.
is a toss up too, but I'm gonna go The Next Day Air.
Yo, hey, yo.
Next Day Air.
Hey, yo. I like that.
That shit funny as a
With
bitch.
Omaria Hardwick and Mike Epps and all them.
Yeah.
Wood Harris. The nigga sleep on the couch.
What's Eddie Winslow name? DeMarcus Carey.
Yep.
Or whatever, yeah.
Hendo, you got number two underrated comedy of all time.
Soul Plane.
Call
Yeah.
I do like Soul Plane, but a lot of people didn't.
That's why I don't
No,
feel
no,
I
like
liked it.
I feel like it's
It's a cult
underrated because
following.
a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people just didn't go through it. It was never a big stream, but I always thought it was a funny movie. I thought it had an all-star cast.
The extras on
I
that
thought
movie is just as funny as the movie.
Yeah.
Almost the extras. I used to watch
Godfrey.
the extras to everything when DVDs was out back in the day.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the extras, man, Kevin Hart was cutting up behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Number one for me, underrated comedy of all time, came out in 1986, The Golden Child. Eddie
Oh
Murphy.
yeah, okay.
I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro, that is my shit.
Yes.
That is.
But that was a big
That
movie
was
though.
a big, yeah.
You know what I'm
But-
saying?
but nobody-
I don't want to
No.
dispute that.
Nobody talks about The Golden Child. When you talk about a comedy, nobody talks about The Golden
But
Child.
everybody talks about Eddie's movies. And
Yeah, everybody talk about Eddie movies.
He has the biggest movies of like all time. And like Golden Child was that. There was like Trading Places.
Yeah, but you
before
don't
that.
think
Like,
of Golden Child. You think of Life. You think of
48
Harlem
Hours, I
Night,
guess.
48 Hours. You
I think
of
of Golden.
so
Me
much
personally, I
more
think
shit.
of
Yeah,
Golden
that is
Child.
one that I did
That's an
forget
era
about a
thing.
little
Yeah,
bit. Though.
you don't think
You know
about
what I'm saying?
Golden Child, bro.
Yeah.
That's my shit, bro. And the girl in there, oh my god, that was
Yeah,
she was so
like
fine,
Eddie
bro.
Murphy,
She's still fine. I actually looked up her
Yeah, I
today.
can't put no Eddie Murphy movie on my list.
Who you got? Number one.
Yeah, it's Eddie.
It was on the tip of my tongue, and it's an Eddie Murphy movie. Yeah, Norbert. A lot of people
Oh,
don't like
bro.
Norbert,
That's
bro.
actually one
I
movie.
just
Oh,
watched that
yeah,
shit like
that's
a few
that's
months ago,
very-
bro.
Why was
He
it?
was
why
high.
was it-
That is
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy when it came on the list.
Nobody wanted that but him.
Yeah.
The little butt roast.
And
It was always a
Charlie
booty.
Murphy. That
That nigga,
early
hey,
Charlie shit.
hey, what the motherfucker say? He said, "Oh my God, it is raining white women."
Oh,
That shit was hilarious.
that shit, Norbert is funny, bro.
Yeah.
Low key.
All-star cast.
Yeah, nobody
All-star
likes
cast.
it, bro. It was funny as hell.
That shit was funny, bro.
I don't know if y'all remember this shit, but Three Strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Man, y'all remember
Good
Three
classic,
Strikes,
bro.
dog?
Yes.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious back in the day.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people
bro.
still never seen that shit before.
I don't see
I
how
get
that
it.
shit came on BET all fucking day long.
Yeah, it used to be in
Yeah,
every
it's a
rotation.
lot.
Yeah,
It's a
bro.
lot.
That and
It's a
Q-Tip movie.
Yeah, I still never seen that though.
I didn't have a fucking choice. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah,
Hendo,
shit.
number one
I
underrated
see that.
comedy in your opinion of all time.
Shit, looks like we coincide, nigga. 3 strikes, nigga. Motherfucker,
Yeah.
that was an all-star cast.
All-star
But you
cast,
left the little
too.
homie on stuck.
Yeah.
You left the little homie on stuck.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And the
Street
little homie
Strike.
was funny.
I had
All
totally
these people
forgot
was
about
funny.
it.
So,
Man,
yeah,
everything
that
was
was
funny
good shit.
about that movie. The nigga that was in that motherfucker that was on the 3rd strike, he hilarious. Like, let's
Yeah.
just keep it a buck, dog. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
It just didn't get a lot of play.
That was Stacy.
yeah.
It's
It
Stacey
didn't get a lot of play outside of everything
Third
else.
strike.
You know?
Oh no! The dude on his 3rd strike was actually the main
That
character.
was a main character.
Yeah. But
He-
dude couldn't go back either and shit, man. God damn, these
He
niggas
played.
suckers.
He played in a lot of other shit that we just don't remember.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he got
I do
run
not know
and
his
then
name. He was in
stop.
Soul Play.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we're gonna run through. We're getting late in the show. Prime versus Prime, man. One of my favorite segments. Who is the better overall running back? Sean Alexander versus Priest Holmes. I'm gonna name their best 2 seasons. Sean Alexander was 2005, 1,880 yards, won the MVP that year. 27 touchdowns, 117.5 yards per game. Priest Holmes, the best year, touchdown-wise, was actually in 2003, 1,420 rushing yards, 27 touchdowns as well, 88 yards per game. Did not win the MVP that year. Who's the better running back? Sean Alexander versus Priest Holmes in their prime.
Sean Alexander.
Sean Alexander?
That's just my personal
Hands
opinion.
down.
I watched him. You know what I mean? I watched Priest Holmes. It was just Sean Alexander.
Okay.
I'm going Sean. 1,800 that's diesel. That's
Okay.
diesel. A lot of y'all.
At
16
that time.
game. Yeah, the 16 game season too. Was just, yeah, one thing
Sean? Who we got, Hendo?
I want to go with Priest, man. He was one of my favorite running backs. I think Sean Alexander had an amazing career. He had a great season and stuff, but Priest was really out there working, and I just liked his run style. It came down. There's nothing
Priest
against
was
Sean.
crazy on that goal line.
They
Yeah,
both
it's
cold
just
as a bitch. I mean, we gotta pick one because honestly, my answer.
Sean reminds
is
me
both
of more
of them.
like a Ty Gurley, where Priest Holmes reminded me more of like a LaDainian Thompson. They had the speed to the outside, they could beat you to the edge, stuff like that. You couldn't really stop him. He was a weapon. He's not an every down guy, but they had a nice rotation.
They remind me of the same guy because they both had like a 3-year run.
Yep.
This is
And
like
that's why I picked him.
this is
that's why I
like
picked
the
them.
Gilbert
They both-
Arenas
yep.
Award. I keep mentioning this shit
You
every
said
week.
the
Somehow,
Gilbert Arenas
somehow I can fit
That's
this shit
exactly
in
why I
every week.
picked
Am I
it.
tripping? Am I tripping?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on,
Shit,
man.
dog.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
every
what
week I
Like I
look
said,
at
both
this
of
shit
those
in.
guys had
Oh.
27 touchdowns in a season.
Yeah, man.
That is
like,
crazy.
yeah,
But the-
amazing.
Yeah, the only
Over
difference
3 years.
is Alexander averaged 117 yards a game when he did it. Priest, like I said, on that goal line, he had 27 touchdowns as well, but he only averaged 88 yards a game that season.
Mm,
So that's just telling you how good he was on that goal line.
yeah,
I remember that year. That was
That's
crazy, man.
Yeah.
So we got Sean Alexander, 2 Seans,
Yeah, I got
1
Sean.
Priest. Okay,
I
all
went
right.
Sean.
I'm not mad at that. 10 questions this week, man. Moving right along. The 10 most underrated NFL players of all time, man. It's gonna be interesting, man. So we
It
pick.
is.
Oh yeah.
At number 10, I'll kick it off, man. One of my favorite players. I don't know anybody who was as good as him, as short as him on the edge. Elvis Dumervil,
Yeah.
Denver Broncos.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
believe it was 5'10".
Yeah.
I didn't put it
I'm
in.
glad you
I-
gonna put some linemen in
Oh
this
yeah,
shit.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I didn't put it in any order. So this is just 10 guys who I feel like the most underrated players in the NFL. Guys that I personally seen.
My shit is kind of in order.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going Matt Forte.
Ooh.
Yeah. He was actually killing for a few years for us.
A lot of
He's
years.
killing.
I'm about to say slightly over the Gilbert Arenas Award. He will not get the Gilbert Arenas Award.
Oh,
He
no.
was doing this thing.
Oh yeah, he did his
Yeah.
thing.
Full career. Catching the ball.
I didn't even think him was
The
underrated.
running, man, we had a run. Shit, outside of Chicago, because our team wasn't good.
I think he's the third best running. Well, 4th best running back Chicago ever had.
What?
Matt Forte, 4th best running back.
We'll talk.
Okay.
Behind Peyton,
We'll talk.
Gail Sayers, Neil Anderson,
Okay.
and then Matt Forte.
I was about to say, let's not forget certain people.
Yeah.
Neil Anderson was really, really good.
He's that dope.
He just came out to Walter Payton, so nobody
Yeah.
even think about this guy.
Kind of like Pete Myers. Bobo, who you got number 10?
Oh, like Pete Myers. what type of transition was this? Type of segue was that?
My
Yes, yeah.
underrated.
Yeah, number 10.
Number 10, I'm gonna have to go with Ronnie Lott, man. Man,
Wow.
Ronnie Lott, man. He
Underrated,
I
though?
don't know if he's underrated. Like he's highly respected.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
is
That's
one of the
what he
better safeties, but I mean, when you,
A lot of people said him the best between him and Ed Reed.
Yeah.
I don't know because
can't-
I mean,
He's considered like top 10.
is he?
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Okay.
yeah,
I was gonna
he's
say,
top
I
10.
don't never
Top 10,
hear
top
him.
20?
No, Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
No, he's
top 10,
like
top 20.
top 3, top 2, top
Oh,
2. Ronnie Lott.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
give
don't
it to
never
you.
hear his name
Yes.
up there.
Yeah, I
That's
just don't know
all
if he's
I
underrated
hear.
though. I just don't know if he's underrated.
Hey,
He
you
tough,
know,
he tough.
I mean, I know he's
Well, my
tough.
guy
He's
did get
tough. I mean,
moved to
no,
safety.
but that's
No,
what
he
I'm
set
saying.
a standard type
Ronnie
shit. Like
Lott
you can't be
played more
underrated when you
years
set a
at
tone
safety.
type
Yeah, I
shit.
guess.
But if my man
You know?
played, if my man
That's like
Rob
saying
Wilson
Draymond Green
played
underrated.
safety
You
his
know
whole
what I'm saying?
career,
He got 3.
Safety.
Yeah,
Before, you know what I'm saying?
down to the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
You know what I
I guess
mean?
so. I guess in the scheme with
Rob
things, I
Wilson
just don't
cold,
never. I
yeah.
don't never hear
Yeah.
when you know what I'm saying. You
Ronnie
hear the
Lott.
Ed Reeds and you know what I mean, but I don't never hear Ronnie Lott for some reason.
Yeah.
That for me, maybe.
Because I think Ed Reed's more
Yeah.
recent. That's
I
why.
hear
Yeah.
Ronnie
When I
That's
Lott.
think
probably
of, when I
why,
think
too.
of,
You hear it more
when
recent.
I think of
Yeah,
safety,
man.
I think of
'Cause
Ronnie
I mean,
Lott.
to me,
Yeah.
for
I love
real,
Ed.
Like I said, yeah. When I
But
think
I
of
don't hear
standard,
his
I think
name,
dog.
bro.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's
Dawkins too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
The
standard. Number
Be
10,
right,
though.
yeah.
I had Matt Forte at number 10 too. Like he's the best all around receiver. Like as far as combo, as far as like running and receiving.
Yeah,
like
he
he'll
was catching
get
that ball.
he'll get you like 1,000 on the rushing yard, and he'll get you 800 receiving, or vice versa. He might get you 1,000 receiving, 800 rushing.
he was a
the
weapon,
best
man.
all around running
He
back
was
that
a
you see as
fucking
far as
weapon.
consistency.
One of the best. Yeah, absolutely. I love Matt Forte. 22. Number 9 for me. Lance Briggs, linebacker, Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
I kind of see the
Lance
overshit. I can kind of see the
underrated.
overshit.
Yeah, because he was cold.
I-
But he played
I
next
can't-
He played next to Urlacher.
I seen it, but that's why though.
about it.
That's
Yeah.
why.
That's
though.
why nobody talk about him,
Yeah.
because he played next to Urlacher. But people forget how fucking good
Yeah.
Lance Briggs
If
was,
Lance
bro.
Briggs
At
was
that
just
point
there,
in
we're
time,
talking
he
about,
was
but
carrying on tradition.
it's
When we had them motherfucking linebackers.
it's hard to talk
That's
about
what
when
we
you're a
do.
2-part combo. Sometimes that second half gets part off. Sometimes when we talk about the championships with Curry, we'll remember what Curry did, but not what Clay did sometimes. So it's hard to, at times, it's hard to be part of that 2-part combo sometimes. You're a splash bro, yeah, but you might be the bottom bro some year.
Yeah.
Bubba, who you got
Whatever,
number
yeah.
9?
Talk about Clay.
Most underrated NFL. Man, I can't even think of anybody right now. Can you come back?
Yeah.
Please come back, because I
Who
mean,
you
if
got?
I find a jar, there's so many
Shit.
people there.
Underrated.
Mm-hmm.
I got Don Beebe.
Ooh.
I want to talk about Don Beebe, the
Oh.
speedster.
Okay.
The
He went
speedster.
to UWL.
Uh,
I think he went to UWL. Pretty sure Don Beebe went to UWL.
Don Beebe?
No, I thought the only dude that came from UWL was
the
a
two tight ends.
he was a linebacker for the Chiefs.
The tight ends.
I thought it was the quarterback who was.
Oh,
who
and
was
Bobby
playing.
Schrader. Schrader went there. Yeah,
wide
Schrader
receiver.
went there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was 2 of them because I know it was a linebacker and I know Schrader went and somebody else. Schrader was the recent one because he played for the Packers and the Falcons.
I knew it was somebody had a trial with the Vikings though, play for these
Anyways, on to the next.
Oh, no, he played against them.
He digressed.
Say he played against
Yeah, he
them.
played against him. Yeah.
Okay.
I digress. Who we got? Number 9, Hendo.
Andre Johnson.
Yeah.
Andre Johnson was a very, very underrated player. I just think that because
don't know. We got
Oh,
10.
Timu Kelvin Johnson. Gotcha.
yeah, basically, he was underrated, man. He was.
Timu Kelvin Johnson.
He
At
ain't
his-
nothing.
At
That
his
team
prime,
was his team
at
was
his prime,
Tebow.
him and Deshaun
He
Watson
was
at their
straight.
prime took that Texas team as further as they could go. So
Yeah.
I love Andre Johnson.
Yeah.
I was a big fan, bro. It's just underrated.
Anybody that punch you when you got a football helmet on got a problem.
Yeah, and
He
he
was
was
like a tall as shit.
Yeah. Babo, number 9.
Looks like
Number
a-
9, man, I'm gonna go with
Nah,
damn, I
no,
just
no,
had
no.
his name on the tip of my tongue.
What team?
God damn it. Go ahead. Number 8, bro. I can't even think.
Oh,
What was his
Go ahead.
name, bro?
Get your thoughts together, Babo.
Number 8. Number 8. I went with one of my favorite players growing up, man. I think
What
he's
was
super
his
underrated.
name?
Neil Anderson, running back, Chicago Bears.
God damn it, that's my number 8 too. Then since we
Yeah,
ain't going
I had
totally
to,
in a
bro.
row.
Number 35.
I ain't going totally in a row like that.
Super underrated.
As far as ranking them, but when I get to
didn't
the
either.
top, I'm ranking these niggas.
That's fine.
But as far as most underrated and shit like that,
I had to go.
I'm
Neil
ranking
Anderson,
them
number
niggas.
8.
You're not wrong with
top
that.
3.
I can debate that, but then I can't. So I agree.
Hendo, who you got? Number 8.
Number 8, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. Robbie Gold, man. Robbie Gold is probably one of the most underrated kickers. He has one of the best percentages of any kicker I've ever known. We should talk about him with a little bit of respect. When we talk about the Tuckers, Robbie Gold should be right behind that motherfucker. As far as it goes in Hall of Fame, Robbie Gold is an amazing kicker. That's all he did, and he stuck to his job, stayed his lane, got good at it. Any terrain.
We got a well-rounded
Well,
list.
but who you got? Number 8.
Number 8. I mean, a guy who did a little bit of everything. Cordell Stewart.
You know, I damn near put dog on my list, dog, on my mama, bro.
That's what I said. I had to think about it.
Because he was just a
Yeah.
utility nigga, man. Sometimes he catch, sometimes he received, but that motherfucker was good for something.
Quarterback, you know.
And this nigga ran like a 4'2", being like 6'6".
Yeah.
This motherfucker was tall. He was like 6'6", and he ran like a 4'2", 4'3", even when he was like a nigga. Stupid,
That fast.
nigga.
And
In his very prime coming into the league, I think he was that. But as he got older, he still ran a 4'5", 4'6". That's still fast as being at his height. Like, dog was nice. I think he didn't put that in at the combine, but they marked him one day when he was running back a kickoff, and they caught him at that. They clocked him at that speed type
Got
shit.
him at 4'4". Yeah, 4'5". I mean 4'5", but they got him. They've clocked him at 4'4".
Height?
He ain't that tall, 6'1".
I mean, shit.
He's probably one of them dudes that seem long.
Yeah, that's
Probably
big
long.
difference.
Yeah, that's a long.
I mean, that's still not bad.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah.
I like that.
At number 7, I got for me, super underrated, man. Wide receiver for the Jags, Jimmy Smith. Nobody talks about how good he was just because he played for the Jags.
That sucks.
But he was a dog, man. That one season, him and Mark Brunell, I think Brunell led the league in rushing and passing, I think, one year. That he was a lefty. But that Jimmy Smith, he's a hell of a wide receiver, man.
I'm getting all out of track.
Who you got? Number
Okay,
7.
you know what? I'm gonna piggyback off your receiver, but I'm gonna go with a different receiver who was a motherfucking dog. Wayne Trebek, man. Listen, man, that motherfucker was a dog.
I like that.
Wayne Sherbert. Yeah. I did not. I
Him and
couldn't stand
Birdie
him,
Tester
bro.
Birdie.
Yeah.
Boy, they used to, and Keyshawn. But you know, Keyshawn was the name, but Wayne used to be the one to get busy.
That's why they let him go. That's why they let Keyshawn go.
Yo, yeah.
I was mad because I was a Keyshawn fan.
Yeah.
But he ended up going to Tampa Bay winning.
Getting championship,
Yeah.
so it worked
Caught
out.
100 balls in Tampa Bay, I think, that first and second year. Bills, who you got? Number 7.
Nigga, I got Tony Dungy.
Ooh.
Yeah, that should be my pick. Yeah, Tony Dungy. I was bullish.
Okay.
That nigga's underrated as a bitch, dog. Like,
Yeah. Super underrated.
yeah, man, you get your team right there, and then send somebody in and win a Super Bowl with them.
Super underrated. Hendo, who you got? Number 6. Excuse me, number 7.
Number 7,
Mm-hmm.
Darrell Reeves.
Well, is he underrated, really?
Yes. The reason I would say yes is because
He got a whole
just
island.
because you're the best player on the shittiest team in the league doesn't mean that you're underrated, because I feel like sometimes when you think about the best defensive player or anything like that, they're winning games. He was underrated because they was on the shitty
No,
team.
but we know him though. You know how you just said Jimmy Smith, and I'm like, hell no, I don't know Jimmy Smith. Like, I know him, but like, he was on the Jags, so we ain't paying attention to him. We paid attention to Darrell Reeves. He had a whole island. No man has an island.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
He's
it.
the only nigga that had an island.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess when you think about cornerbacks, he's not one of the first ones you think about.
That's all. That's
think,
all.
You think me personally?
That's why I say underrated because
I think there are greater
I think-
cornerbacks than him.
I think
who we forget more. Like
What-
Champ Bailey.
Okay,
I would-
right.
I would
But you know why we think of Champ? But you know why we think of Champ Bailey? Because they fucking won. Darrell
I don't
Reeves.
think
Darrell
Champ Bailey
Reeves
as
is
much as I think
underrated
Reeves.
because he
I
was
feel
on
like
like a
Reeves
shitty
did
team,
more.
but he had good qualities. But when we think of like corners,
He's on like one good team.
but he's not, the Chiefs.
Darrell Reeves.
The Chiefs.
Nah, on the
This
Jets.
is
It was like one year.
the Chiefs, nigga. The Chiefs. I'm telling you, it was with the Chiefs.
Darrell Reeves?
Yes,
No,
played
the
with the
Jets.
Chiefs.
No, he played with the Jets.
On the back end of his career,
No, I'm talking
he played
about.
with the Chiefs.
I seen him have a good
He
year with the
played the
Jets.
majority of his career with the Jets, but on the back end, he played with the Chiefs. I'm
I
telling
seen
you,
him have a
what it is.
good year.
All
with
I'm
the
saying
Jets.
is,
Okay,
when we
they had
think
a
of
good
top
defense.
corners, when we think of top corners, Darrell Reeves is not going to be the one of the top 10 niggas you think of. I don't think, or the top 20.
Ooh, I think so.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't know.
Top 10.
I don't know. I don't know if he's making a lot of people list. Me, I think he's underrated because I've watched him lock up key matchups to the point. He's not going to win every game for you on a defensive tip. He got older. There's a lot of footage, but when there was yes, I've seen him get burnt. I've seen him get burnt by rookies, nigga. I've seen him get burnt up. But I've watched him lock up key matchups in their prime to a certain degree, and I think that's underrated about his game. When you look at Darrell Reeves, he's a guy that might make the Hall of Fame, but the fact that he might is the problem. That's why he's underrated.
We gotta do top 10
first ballot.
cornerbacks.
I don't know.
He's definitely.
He first ballot.
I don't know.
He's better than guys like Dick Sherman, Richard Sherman. I mean,
You have to understand, bro. He would literally bet on himself every year and get the max.
he was
I mean,
better
and
than
get
Green
the,
with the Redskins. better
That's
than-
pushing it. Than Darrell Green.
I think he might be better than Darrell Green. Of course, is faster.
I don't know about that.
I think I know.
That's
Charles
tough.
Woodson, no. Dion, no.
Rod Woodson, no.
Mel Blunt, no.
Thank you, like-
Woodson, no.
Come on, keep going. There's good. When you get to his name, you're going to end at about 17, 18.
I think Champ
This is
Bailey
what's
is
going.
better than him.
You're going to end at about 17, 18. I've done the numbers as far as what I can look at number wise. You're going to end up about 17, 18
Nah,
if that's how you
he
choose.
probably-
Yes, the
he
fuck
probably
he
top
is.
He probably top 10.
I can't say all that, bro. I can't say all that.
He-
A lot of people lists are going different.
Deion
What
Sanders.
all I'm
Of
saying
course.
is I feel like Dog's a little underrated because when you first think of Dog, he's not going to be number one at pop up. That's long story short. I just don't think a lot of people think about the real Reeves. I think I've seen him lock up key matchups, but I've also watched a whole year of this nigga getting cooked too.
Patrick Peterson,
I watched the whole year. Listen, when you go
He had a few good
come
years.
on, bro. Listen, when you punch the numbers, Bi, he
Yeah,
I
he top
punch
10.
Patrick Peterson.
He top 10.
top.
Yeah. You got Peanut Tillman.
No, bro.
Yeah, he
Reeves
top
is
10,
Reeves is
bro.
I don't know if he's making.
Asante Sam.
I don't know if he's making a lot of
Reeves is
people.
better than Asante.
D'Angelo Hall.
I love Asante Samuel.
Sam. A lot of people forget Sam Madison underrated.
I don't even know who that is.
Really played for the Dolphins.
Yeah,
you know
never
who
heard
Sam
of
Madison.
Yep.
Yeah, played for the Dolphins.
Never heard of
Yeah,
him.
he top 10, bro.
I don't know.
I believe
I don't know.
Rondé Barber.
I have some debate. I think it's a debatable
Night
area.
Train
Top 10.
Lane. I'm thinking about
Top 20. I think we can.
We might do top 10 corners next week, man. 'Cause
Okay.
I think
Right,
we
we're
make
gonna
that.
have a difference of opinion.
At number 6 for me, I went with Fred Taylor, another running back for the Jags. Who should make the Hall of Fame. I thought about him too. I love Fred Taylor.
Yeah.
Super underrated, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Fred was a dog. Well, you got number 6.
The team he played on.
You got Bobo number 6.
Number
Underrated.
6. I'm sorry, number 6.
No,
I'm
you
gonna have
good.
to go with. He was one of my favorite players, and I don't think he get his just due. The Nigerian Nightmare, Christian Okoye.
Man.
Oh, wow.
He was a
That
thumper
mug
beast.
was so cold.
He was a thumper
Yeah.
beast. He was, you know what I mean?
No, he was fast and he was
Yeah,
strong.
boy, he
Beat
just-
him in all the
he
time.
low key is what inspired me to play football because he just
Yeah.
looking like a monster.
Yeah, he was a monster. He was too big to be a running back, man.
He's been back when those
On the
pads
real.
was
Yeah.
big and everything.
Yeah,
I'm like,
on the
man,
real.
that's what I want to be like.
Yeah. He was a
Man,
monster.
bro, yeah.
Christian
That's
Okoye.
a fact. I got too many
Who you
people
got,
names
number 6?
popping in my head. I'm just all off the list now. Man, I'm gonna go with Brandon Jacobs, man. Off the New York Giants.
Okay.
He was one dude I really fucked with. I fucked with him and Bradshaw in that backfield.
Thunder and Lightning.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because Bradshaw scat back, but he was strong for a little motherfucker though too. But fast as hell, this dude big as a motherfucker, man. Jay was just running right over motherfuckers. And on Madden, you couldn't tell me shit with the Eastern niggas.
Yeah, big no problem. Number 27, Brandon Jacobs.
Yeah, I'm about to run the ball.
He's small now. His kid is bigger than him. It's crazy. Hendo, you got number 6.
Larry Johnson. Running back, Kansas City.
Kansas City.
The only reason
this man wasn't where he needed to be is because he was behind Freeze Holmes.
Yeah, he's a problem.
That motherfucker was trouble.
Yeah.
If you know anything about that 1-2 combo, it was trouble. I won a lot of games on Madden with these niggas. It was Priest Holmes, and then when he got tired, it was Larry fucking Johnson. Larry Johnson. The only thing I can compare this to is David Montgomery and Gibbs. A 1-2 combo that just hurts.
Yeah, I love that. Larry Johnson, totally forgot about. At number 5 for me, another underrated wide running back. Tampa Bay Bucks did a little bit of everything.
Cadillac?
Warren Dunn.
Ooh, you're not wrong for that one. I like Warren.
Nobody talks about Warren Dunn.
You're right.
Sure don't.
Arguably, you look at his numbers, arguably a Hall of Famer.
Facts. Arguably.
Especially when you look at his college career with Florida State too.
Yeah.
Warren Dunn was a
that team back then, dog.
And you know what?
Florida State was the shit.
I like that. I like that you do it because I feel like Warren Dunn was spoken on a little bit at one time, but
who you got? Number 5, Bobo.
Number 5, man, I'm gonna have to go with. Damn, I keep forgetting these players. I have them, but I'm gonna go with you two running back from the Jags, Maurice Jones-Drew. I'm telling you, bro.
He is definitely a forgotten great.
He definitely
is definitely a forgotten great. I like that one. I appreciate that one. That's appreciated.
They did, but he
It's
was
a
a
whole bunch
monster.
of losers.
4 foot nothing, but 10
Funny as hell. They sell a whole list of losers.
Just think about it, man. I forget the number they said. I think it was the NFL. Like how many people came through. It's probably true for the NBA too, but I forget it was the NFL or NBA. Some stat I heard. It was like all the people that come through the motherfucker and how many champions it is though. You know what I'm saying? I think it was about that was about the NBA though. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's so few motherfuckers who actually win. You know what I mean? So not to call everybody a loser, it's just like, man, it's hard to be number one, man. You know what I'm saying? Professional sports. Shit, it's on me, man. I got Thurman Thomas, man.
Wow.
The Buffalo Bills, bro.
Super underrated.
Yeah, man. This motherfucker
Super
was
underrated,
actually
bro.
a murderer. You know what I'm
Super
saying?
underrated,
See,
bro.
It just didn't work out.
I don't think that for me. Thurman Thomas. I don't think he's underrated, bro. Like he won like one.
Yeah, he ain't underrated to me at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think the world don't remember his name.
I think in a totality,
In a
when
totality,
you talk
okay.
about running back,
Yeah.
they'll talk
Like
about
they remember
Jim
Emmitt
Brown,
Smith before
Barry
that,
Sanders.
and it's like I love
Yeah.
Emmitt.
They'll talk. I mean, probably should, but they'll talk about LaDainian Tomlinson and guys
Yeah.
like that
Yeah, a whole
before.
bunch of motherfuckers.
You'll talk about 20 guys before you even get to Thurman Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Hendo, who we got number 5?
Brandon Jacobs.
Yeah,
That's what he
man.
said, Brandon Jacobs.
Yeah, I think when we look at the totality of things, when you actually look at like interviews with people and they talk about tackling, dog, they literally talk about like, man, they had to make a business decision. They had to pick and choose how they were going to attack this because at one time, dog was dominant until they started attacking his legs, and dog had to take an early bow out, to the abuse of the legs, and that's just you
Same
being
way
human.
they talk about Derrick Henry.
I mean, no, they talk about Derrick Henry in a very different
It's like
form,
Jerome
'cause
Bettis.
no, you know what? Let's keep it a buck. More like All-Stop. All-Stop, short usage, short usage, high value. At one point in time, Tampa Bay led the league because they could not stop Allstott in the red zone, and that's anything between the 5 to 10 yard, and that's where he would throw those in, and that was their weapon. They would get down with Johnson. They'd have Brad Johnson throw it to Johnson. We used to hear that Johnson and Johnson, and then they punch it in between a 1-2
All
combo.
three of these guys have the same thing in common. They 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1.
That's it.
Jerome Bettis,
And-
Jacobs.
And that's how I would kind of
I'm
put
not mad
Brandon
at that.
Jacobs, because Jacobs, he was a little different combination. All-Star was a head down, where I feel like Brandon Jacobs could get you that fast yards, and you just had, once he got into your secondary, you had to make a business decision. This man's like 250, running like Bo fucking Jackson and shit, and this motherfucker will truck your ass.
Number 4 for me is actually similar. Might even been bigger than Brandon Jacobs. Steven Jackson, running back, Rams.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget how good he was. Another one of those guys that can do it all.
Only because he didn't win it.
Rams.
No, only because he didn't win it. Only because he didn't win it with
the
Fox.
Rams, and they had Ed Lacy at running back. Niggas
Yeah.
probably know who Ed Lacy
Yeah, of
is.
course
I
I
used to
said
fuck
Lacy
niggas.
is.
Remember
For
Green
real?
Bay?
Yeah, of course.
Because I didn't at first.
Yeah,
And I was fucking niggas up for
Remember
years.
Green Bay?
Ed
Yeah,
Lacy on the game.
Remember Green Bay?
And he was out of Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah, Lacey. Hey, you call cheeseburger, Lacey. He had a cheeseburger every time he scored a touchdown.
Was that the dude who played the 1 year hit? He was out of Alabama. He said down
Yeah.
south.
Alabama, yeah.
I seen him call
Cheeseburger
up that
Lacy.
playoff game.
He was the only
played up
running.
there for like 1 second.
Yeah, he was the only running back that had to put a weight restriction on because this motherfucker got too fat and kept getting ankle injuries and shit
Yeah.
because how big he
Yeah,
was.
Lacy, yeah.
He could hit you,
Oh,
but he
what?
got fat when he got over there. Like the motherfucker
Yeah,
was nice,
Probably Lindale Whitehead.
but I've never.
Another one that couldn't.
I've never seen a running
USC,
back.
yep.
They had to put a weight limitation on. Normally, a running back stays within run. Like
God damn.
Ezekiel Elliott might not be the best, but he stayed within a physique of a running back. This nigga just got fat, like, or he got fat like a lion got fat. They had-
That shit funny.
Bro,
Same
What?
thing happened to Lindale White.
Yeah, I agree,
Tight.
100%. But like, you don't see that happen a whole lot. Like a Debo.
Cheeseburger.
Debo, same thing.
Yep. Who you got? Number
Fat
4,
running back.
Bobo.
Number 4, man, I'm gonna go with this dude that's a receiver, man. Al Toon for the Jets, man.
Man, dog.
Man,
that
that
was
motherfucker was
cold.
a monster. One of the tallest receivers from back in the day. I
Yeah,
think
say
Al
no
Toon was
to
about
me,
6'3".
Cause he
Who was
cold
on the
as
other
hell.
side of him?
It was somebody else too for that
fuck,
team.
what was Buddy name? He was
I can't
decent
remember.
too. It was
Somebody
Al
said. I
Toon.
remember that shit.
And man,
It
I
sure
can't
was
remember.
somebody
He
else.
man, they was a nice one too.
Toon.
Al
Yeah,
Toon.
Al Toon. It was somebody
For the
else on the
Jets.
other side
For
on
the
the
Jets.
Jets. Yeah, but they
Cold
just
as
didn't
man,
have a
what?
quarterback.
Yeah, cold.
They showed did.
Yeah.
They showed didn't. Al Toon
No,
was catching
nobody remembers.
everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not rememberable.
Al Toon
Al
was catching
Toon,
everything. Jack.
What was the
He
other
was
buddy
cold as
The
hell.
name?
Jets and not the Giants.
The Jets.
The Jets.
Never.
And there was
Al
another
Toon.
receiver
Right,
too,
that's
but
what
I
I'm saying.
can't remember
That's
his
Jets.
name.
Whatever.
They,
You know
they,
what I'm
they,
saying?
they quarterbacks just sucked throughout that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But they had man, they
Yeah,
didn't have
nobody
a
throwing
We
them the
Google
ball.
searching, man. On to the next, man.
Yeah, they had a quarterback for a long time at that
Al
time.
Toon.
They was like,
That was your number 4?
Mhm.
What's your number 4, Bi?
yeah, Al Toon was close.
That's your number 4?
No.
Yeah. What's your number 4?
Your buddy put up number.
I got Marcus Allen, man, at number 4.
Marcus Allen as an underrated
Yeah.
nigga.
Shit, you know that's a bad pick because I got a whole bunch to choose from.
Bro, I mean,
Let me
you
get a,
want to go to another one.
Let me get a Derrick Thomas. Let me get a Derrick Thomas.
Wow.
Damn. What's it
everybody-
called? If we dribble the ball
Dude,
and I go with
yeah.
this right here, a reach, that's a reach, my
Concept.
nigga. That is
Okay.
a fucking reach.
What about dude with the Minnesota Vikings then?
Who?
Take your pick.
Which
the
one?
dude who played, was his name Coleman? He played the same time, around the same time as Derrick Thomas in Kansas City. It was dude with the Vikings.
Another reach.
And
Next one.
motherfucking dog.
What was the next one?
Lawrence Taylor with the Giants.
What was the one after that?
The white boy with the Vikings.
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen.
I see.
I like that.
I like that. I like
Oh, I
that
thought
because
about that.
I like all
Dog
four of
was
those guys.
Dog was underrated and it just injured me. You know he's a Hall of Famer
The
though,
Hall
right?
of Fame.
True, but who talks about him?
Nobody.
I
actually thought about putting
He's
him
in
on there.
Canton, so you have to talk about him. So first and foremost, everybody has to talk about him because he's in
Not
Canton.
necessarily. Nobody
Well,
talks about
yes,
Brian.
necessary. You
No.
have to. What?
Who
Okay.
talks about Brian Young? Always.
Who the fuck is Brian Young?
Exactly.
Exactly. I get it. I know who
Exactly.
he is, but whatever. I get it. But
Yeah.
he could be, you know, He a nice tender.
Nobody. Who you got, number 4?
No.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Ricky Williams.
What?
I just don't think Ricky Williams.
That's a reach, sir.
No, because Ricky Williams is one of those guys that we look at had a very short tenure, a brief tenure, was looking
so he's
good,
a what if.
and then was gone. No, he's not a what if. He's a what had. They
He always
didn't do.
left you yearning for more.
Thank you. He was so
He should
under.
have been, he should have been, excuse not to cut you off, he
He
should have
did.
been a top. Ricky Williams, talent-wise, should have been a top 4, top 5 running back of all time.
We should be
But we
talking
don't look
about
at him like
him
that. That's
as
true.
when we talk about in different
But that
regards
should
of
have-
guys of him. No, it's
You
not.
say
It's,
underrated.
But he
ain't
still
underrated.
balled, though.
it
He still
is
balled.
underrated because when we talk, if we were to make a list of the top 20,
Because he doesn't have a career
running,
to speak of.
that's exactly why he's underrated. That's exactly. He was an amazing running back, but if we had to put his numbers up to totality of niggas that run a whole career, he ain't even tipping shit. He not even fucking with a Sean Alexander. He might even been better than a Sean
He
Alexander
ain't underrated to me. He tested
because
the
you
highest
watched him play.
out of anybody else. Him, Saquon Barkley, Bo Jackson. These guys test the highest. Like if you want to do a combine test,
But he
these
has
would be my favorites.
okay.
To go into a combine.
Understand this to me though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ricky Williams, as a running back, is like the Reggie Miller of 3-pointers. You were amazing at your time and set a standard, but through your short longevity of a career, other people have surpassed you with ease. There are guys who don't have a longevity. Alvin Kamara, who hasn't had a better, to me, running career than a Ricky Williams in his short term, but his longevity of what he has done over a period of time is way better than Ricky Williams. A guy like that, Matt Forte, they overshadow a guy like this because of how short the career, through ever injuries, the suspensions, whatever. That is what does. A Nick Chubb at this time can outsurpass what this man has done over a longevity. A Kareem Hunt can outrun. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
The longevity.
Yeah.
When I can run for 800 yards 4 years in a row, and you ran for 1,000 yards
Ricky
3 years
played
in a
for
row,
long time, though.
he did, but he didn't. He's been suspended in and out, whatever and whatnot. These guys I have sustained careers where they ran back to back. It doesn't matter if they ran 500 fucking yards in one career. There's been more on those missed years. He has missed years in the game. There's guys who have surpassed him number-wise, yard-wise, touchdown-wise. That's all I'm saying. Straight stats, straight numbers. Like I said, the Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller was amazing at the 3-point line. There are guys who have surpassed him indefinitely at the 3-point line, at the winning standing, and the championship level. That's all. But I do, I give him respect. Ricky Williams was a great. If he would have had a longer career, yes, we should be talking about him in a higher regards. Ricky Williams was amazing. He's underrated.
Okay. Not bad. He do got better numbers than Kamara, though. Number 3, statistically.
I mean, it was an example.
No,
I
I got
was
it.
using it
I got
as
it.
a statistical. Ty Gurley. How about that, though? A nigga like Ty Gurley has to pass him on a winning championship, on stat level, and everything else. Yes.
Ricky, it's just because he retired.
I
and
know,
then
that's
then he was
why.
gone that whole season, but he still played 11 years.
But
though.
Ty Gurley played 4 years and still did more than what he did. So when it comes to when we talking about Hall of Fame shit, a Ty Gurley's gonna slide in before Ricky Williams. That's all that I'm saying. I love Ricky Williams,
I don't know about that.
but I think
That's
a Ty
debatable.
Gurley has better numbers.
I have to look at it. And
In a
number
4-year
3
stat.
And number 3 for me, I don't think so. Ricky Williams had 1,800 yards on the season. Frank Gore,
Yeah,
number
but
3
where?
for me. Super underrated, man.
Oh,
Running
Frank
back
Gore.
49ers.
I like that.
Nobody talks about Frank Gore. And I want any like number 2 all-time rushing or some shit like that.
He's in the good numbers up there. He's all
But he
time.
played for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna fuck with another motherfucker who I used to fuck with back in the day, Henry Eller, for the Rams.
I like that.
Receiver. But that motherfucker was nasty, man.
Yeah.
Who?
Henry Eller.
Oh, Eller, yeah.
You hear about the motherfucker Isaac Bruce and Tory Holtz and
yeah, because I forgot all about
Puka
Buddy.
the
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Cool.
lie.
But you ain't hearing about no Henry Allen. Henry Allen just tell motherfucker up, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who
that's
you
a
got?
fact.
Bills.
Shit, I got Curtis Martin.
Okay.
Love him. Wide running back.
Yeah,
Jets.
Yeah, no,
Super
they gonna
underrated.
mention him. Yeah, he was a winner.
He's that dude.
Just
All
like,
around back too.
Corey Dillon and shit.
Yeah, Corey Dillon too. Played for Cincinnati before he was on the Patriots. Hendo, who you got number 3?
OJ.
Who? Simpson.
OJ Simpson. Let's not underrated. Underrated player. Let's not forget Ortho doing what he had to do. He's underrated. His stats will never amount to it. How?
I let the last shit go now.
No.
You're trying us now.
No. The only reason I say that is we cannot bring up OJ stats on anything accountable. Anything.
2,000 yard season?
Yeah.
No. When you look up OJ stats, they have been pulled from everything. OJ's list has been pulled. His recognition and everything, his achievements have all been pulled. You do understand that, right?
Does that mean we don't know what he did?
I mean, as far as a record wise, it doesn't count. You can pull it up there, bring up OJ. We can look at OJ's stats, but
expunged, that don't mean he ain't did that shit.
no, it does when they pull your records and they pull your stats like that.
I
we
feel
ain't
what you're
doing
saying.
that.
They're going to make it extinct,
Thank you.
and it's really other than word of mouth.
No, it is.
Okay, I see that angle you're going with it.
Okay.
Okay.
For
So
that
he's
reason,
undervalued in that aspect because what he has done has been erased.
Thank you.
And number 2, I think no one talks about this gentleman at all. Anquan Bolden, wide receiver, Cardinals.
Yeah, definitely underrated.
Super underrated, bro. Bobo, who you got number 2?
Man, I'm gonna go a different route, man. I'm gonna go with, man, this motherfucker was hard nosed and nobody never talks about this man. It sets the tone. Lorenzo Neal, fullback.
Wow.
Yeah, I like
I'm
that.
talking
Chargers.
about, bro.
Chargers.
Chargers, bro. Man, bro, buddy. Come on, man. You need a hold open?
Yeah.
B block? Come on, man.
Yeah.
I like
man.
that.
That's a fact. That's a good one. I got a good one too, man. I'm going Wes Welcome, man.
I like that.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I like that because I thought about that same motherfucker, man. There's a certain type of tone a motherfucker sets going across that middle. And when
I'm
you have
trying
to
to
set
tell
that
you.
tone and you're not scared to do it,
Man.
that sets a tone.
I'm not scared to do it.
Not scared to do it. I've always admired him for that. I've always admired him.
Yeah, man, with your favorite quarterbacks out here winning.
Hendo, who you got? Number 2. Excuse me, number 2.
You know what's up?
Jeremy Shockey.
Ooh,
I like Jerry Shaw.
tight end.
A lot of people
Yeah.
like Jeremy Shockey.
Out of
A
Miami.
love Jeremy
lot of people like
I
Jeremy
love
Shockey.
Jeremy Shockey, yeah.
Game changer. I
I
really like
him
this
coming
game.
out of
Man.
college.
I really like this game, man. No more, no less. I like this game.
White boy that act like
Yes.
one of us.
Yes.
Coming out of
Yes.
college. He was Miami. He came out of Miami.
Cool.
Hey,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter when you came out, man. You set the tone when you set the tone, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I liked him. He was one of the
He's
first
black,
pass
yeah.
catching wide tight ends that I remember
yeah he
as
was.
a kid.
Yeah, like, well,
Well, I take that back. Jay Novacek was one of the first ones. I
Yeah.
remember.
Well, what was my man?
Moose. Was that Moose?
What was my man for the Raiders? The middle linebacker,
Little linebacker.
Stephen. He was.
catching passes.
No. I'm talking about who I liked as linebacker. He was the first white dude I ever seen set the tone for me. The linebacker, Sebastian or something.
I know who you
You
talking
talking
about.
about the kicker.
Not
No.
Janikowski, but I know who you talking about.
It was Sebastian or some shit linebacker. He was the first one that had me
I
interested
know
in being a
Crosby
linebacker.
motherfucking doing this.
No, as far as like when I watch people and had me like,
Mhm.
he was the first one, man. Something about dog. He was just his aggression. He was the type of motherfucker he like punch me in my face, get the nose running. I can taste the blood. Let's go out here and play now. Like, oh shit, this how we starting the
You know
game.
how Howie Long used to play football? Oh, that nice guy shit with them glasses and shit ain't fooling me. I remember. See, you can erase the tape if you the stats if you want. Nigga, I know we all know what the fuck we saying. Some of these motherfuckers
I
is crazy.
remember Howie Long.
Huh?
Me personally, I don't remember Howie Long.
Oh,
I
that
do.
was crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
from the Raiders.
Yeah.
I used to follow the Raiders. I remember him. I remember watching Bo Jackson. I remember when Bo Jackson got injured. I was watching that motherfucking game.
Yeah.
I remember Bo Jackson.
You understand what I'm saying?
Howie Long.
Man. Yeah.
I remember Howie Long
defense.
movie. He has a good movie. He's
Oh,
he's a
yeah.
firefighter.
Oh yeah, Howie Long.
He got several good movies.
You know,
He said several good movies. I don't know if we'll go that far. They decent, dog.
I mean, for him,
They
that's
good.
what I'm saying.
They
That's
decent
something
little
they good for
watchers.
him,
Don't say
yeah.
good. There's a
I
fine
think
line
that's
between
good.
good and great now.
Yeah.
I know I see him in the firefighter movie.
Watch him.
I remember that.
He got a couple decent little movies.
What number one for me, underrated football player of all time? Gotta show some love. Linebacker, Rams. Actually played for the Rams and Redskins. London Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Oh
Yeah.
I mean,
No one
Yeah.
talks about London
That's
Fletcher.
a
I mean,
really good pick for number one.
I have a hard. I mean, that's when you think about the linebackers. I mean, he's up there to me, but that's not everybody.
I will never think of to even mention him sometimes, and that's what's fucked up
Yeah.
about it.
No,
That's why he's underrated because
Yeah.
he's
Ain't
good as
so
a bitch,
much, though.
and I can forget
You
his fucking
understand what I'm
name.
saying?
Facts.
It's like when you a part of the sport, and then you also game so much. You know these people that most people would think
Right.
underrated. You know their value.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Underrated.
I get what it's just like.
Yeah.
What motherfucker know he is not underrated to be, man. I remember one
Yeah.
time I got 4 picks with this motherfucker. So
Right.
how,
Yeah.
how can he be underrated?
Right, but when you think about it in
It's
totality,
really good.
nobody talks.
Nobody, yeah.
People would talk about Junior Seau. You'll talk
Nice.
about Derek Thomas. You'll talk about Mike Singletary. You'll talk about Lawrence Taylor. No one will. You'll actually bring up Lance Briggs before you bring up Lance.
I can bring up 5 Chicago Bears linebackers,
Absolutely,
6 before
Yeah.
I think of Fletcher.
absolutely.
Promise to God,
Yeah.
because I think of Marshall.
Yeah,
I think
Wilbur
of-
Marshall.
Wilbur Marshall, Otis Wilson.
Otis Wilson.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? With Singletary.
Yep.
We ain't even going back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, shit,
very
if you
true.
think of Urlacher and Briggs, shit,
Yeah.
it's just so many just bare linebackers I think
That
of.
you don't even
before.
think of. Yep.
Yeah, on the real.
Another one I
And he's so
wanted to
cold
put up
on
there,
his line.
honorable mention, Robert Porcher for the Detroit Lions. I know we got to play the
Yeah,
Lions, but
Robert
Robert Porcher was a
Porcher,
problem on that edge.
Herman Moore.
And Herman Moore, yeah. Underrated shoes too. Herman Moore sneakers were dope as fuck. Go check them out, bro. I remember his sneakers. Yeah, check them out, bro. Herman Moore sneakers
Number
were dope.
one for me, he might not be underrated for some, but I think he, I'm gonna just get it out. Doug Williams. I think he's known for being the first black quarterback, but I think he's underrated as Doug Williams, the quarterback.
I like that.
You feel me?
Yeah, you just think of him as being the first black quarterback. Right, he was that dude.
No, he was that
Yeah,
dude,
He was
man.
that dude.
Paperweight, come on, man.
Yeah,
Doug Williams.
you'll talk about Warren Moon, but they don't talk about Doug
Doug
Williams.
Williams, right.
About Warren Moon, Cam, and this
Right,
and
yeah,
that,
I'm just
Patrick
saying.
Mahomes.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
And
Doug
like I
Williams.
said, and when they do talk about it, they always just,
Yeah,
Doug
he's the first
Williams,
black
first
quarterback.
back.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just chopped
They
lips.
tried to erase him, man. I
Yeah.
forget what the fuck they did.
You feel me?
That's a fact.
They tried to erase him. His family told
Don't
him.
they all?
I forgot what that story was.
It's like how they've been
Oh,
Charlie
yeah,
Kirk
they gotta
and
look that
MLK.
up. The most underrated.
Chill out.
True. Huh?
The most underrated. That's
Yeah.
the list we doing.
Yes,
The
sir.
most
Yes, sir.
underrated.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the correct answer is John Elway, number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, first of all, this man is number 1 for a lot of reasons, a lot of listeners who be up there. Now here we go again. I gotta do some explaining. Am I tripping? Listen, man.
Here, man.
Hey, look here, man. He's too cold for motherfuckers. He's not rated where he's supposed to be rated, obviously, on everybody's list. So where does that get him? At the top of this list, John Elway. That's the right
Pack
answer.
this
Skill.
nigga up, son.
Yeah, pack me right up.
Pack this
Yeah,
nigga
man.
up, son.
It's John, son. That's the correct answer.
I know I'm sending the National Guard to the cross.
Hey, man.
Funny as hell. He said tell across.
Hey, man.
Who you got, Endo, number 1 underrated NFL player of all time?
Sean Merriman.
Thank God.
He doesn't
I'm
make
happy you didn't
anybody's
say something
motherfucking
silly
list.
like Walter Payton or
No,
something.
no,
like
he
that.
doesn't make anybody's list, but
Somebody
he's a
else, yeah, Hall
disruptive
of
factor
Fame.
the whole time the Chargers were relevant. Let's be honest, man. When they were doing good, he was doing his fucking thing.
He had like 2 good seasons.
No, he was underrated. He was
He's
underrated.
definitely on the Gilbert Arenas Award. He's a
Yes.
candidate
Yes.
for the Gilbert Arenas Award.
I mean,
Yeah.
I agree. I
mean,
agree.
I guess, yeah, you're right. Don't nobody talk about him, but that's, yeah.
He only
Shit,
hit.
he used to cause problems in Madden.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
In real life too, but
For
really
a
in
person
Madden.
of his size and stature. No, but in real life he was like that too. He was causing trouble.
That's why I said, yeah.
But he's very underrated. Nobody will sit back and go back. He's not making anybody's top 10 list. Let's keep
You'll
it
talk
moving.
about his dance before you talk about him.
He's not making nobody's top 10 list.
Not at all. But his first 3 seasons were really good.
Very good.
Pro Bowl first 3 years. That second year was his best year. That's when he had 17 sacks. So, but yeah, Sean Mary, man. Call him lights out. One of my
What was his height again?
6'4", 264. So that's a big boy. Pause. But man, it is that time, man. Bills, please tell these people what time it is.
Trade yourself. Get on up out of here.
Trade yourself, man. This is how we end every episode, man. It's basically a nice way of telling somebody F you. It's 2025, man. We old heads, ain't gotta cuss nobody out. But if it's somebody doing something crazy, it could be your wife, your cousin, your kid, your sometimes might even be your grandma. They doing something crazy, don't cuss them out. Look at them dead in the face, say, you sir, ma'am, you need to trade your damn self. Now, we normally try to keep it with sports figures. Brett Favre, the welfare queen, Denver Nuggets head coach, what's his name, Mike Malone. But anyway, this week, Bills, who need to trade themselves?
Shit, Chicago Bulls, man. This is pretty sad.
They got Giddy Kitty.
Yeah, y'all real sad. And in the NFL, we gotta be able to watch this game in a more civilized way, man. All this back and forth from Prime, the motherfucking Peacock, the goddamn Peacock and NBC. That's ridiculous. I feel like they're the same shit. CBS, Fox, ESPN. I might be missing something. Prime. It's a lot of shit going on. I understand y'all gotta get y'all money too, man, but y'all chasing the dollar so bad that y'all making us pay like we going to the game or something. We at the crib, man. It really shouldn't be that difficult. You know what I'm saying? Y'all asking us to stream over all these different platforms, asking them to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm on crack streams, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even fucking around. That shit me. HD, check it out. You know what I mean? But same point in time, it's horrible. You know what I mean? To force people to go do all this shit. So get it together, man. NFL, so being thirsty, man. Get it together.
I like that. Who need to trade themselves?
I'm gonna piggyback off BI a little bit, and I'm gonna just go with a different direction. I'm gonna say the consumer needs to trade themselves because we keep consuming this shit and they keep hitting us across the head with everything. Do you understand supply and demand?
Yeah, real shit.
You feel me? We have to stop consuming the shit that they're supplying us at this dollar amount. But until we figure that shit out, they gonna keep nickeling and diming us to goddamn death.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Who need to trade themselves?
I think once again, finally, man, Jason Whitlock. He's sitting here constantly having these constant motherfucking going backs between him and Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark had a little comment to where he was on set talking to another announcer who was really more of a statistic guy, more of an analytic, and he was telling him about the locker room and the game. I think when we have actual players who have played the game, we sit here and we listen to their intake on the game. But let's respect, though, as a player, where Ryan Clark may have been wrong, as he sit here and he attacks the lesser because he know he can control the main stage. And he does this sometimes to people, even analytics. And he'll put like, well, I played the game, so I know a little bit more. So let me get this in the air before anything. Just because you played the game doesn't necessarily mean you know more. You have a different aspect and a different intake and an output on how the game is played and how it's constructed. These guys punch numbers, yes, but that's what they do as a professional living. just because you know emotions of people in the locker room, if they're sad or if a daughter died or if the kitten died or somebody's going through a time and so they're going to not receive as many yards. Yes, but when I look at the stats, that shit still says 1 for fucking 11. All right? So when their job is to sit here and tell you what you did and didn't do good, if you didn't catch passes between here or you didn't shoot in the mid-range well, this is the numbers you gave me and this is what you can't prove. Granted of what happened. But for Jason Whitlock to constantly always be attacking Ryan Clark and talk about calling for his job and telling about where he's wrong, Jason Whitlock, who the fuck are you? You are the Sam Bow of ESPN. You are the Uncle Ruckus of Prime of anything TV. You. So for you to sit here and keep criticizing Ryan Clark on a job that I think he's doing exceptional well, even though he calls out people like RG3 for doing some Sambo shit as well, some shit that Whitlock would probably do, and other shit feels like attacks onto us, and for setting people straight for not knowing the culture of a locker room, he is not at wrong for that. You set the standards and you go back and forth. Now, sometimes Ryan Clark pushes a little too far and he bullies people. But if you're allowed to get bullied, that means you are a beta, my friend. And you are not an alpha. And Ryan Clark is an alpha male, an alpha black male. And he will stand on his points unless you prove him wrong. And if you cannot prove him wrong, then you, my friend, are at fault. And that's how I feel for a person like Jason Whitlock that sits here and me calling for somebody's job. Who the fuck are you? You speak for nobody. Especially if nobody of our culture, where Ryan Clark speaks more for our culture, more than what Whitlock has ever done for a career. So trade yourself, Jason. Like this, I'm so sick of your fucking mouth, man. You was literally the Uncle Ruckus of ESPN. Literally, that's how the only way I can be it. Whatever the fuck he is, he shouldn't be on any type of thing. He's the least watched person. He should not have a platform. He does not represent anything of our culture or anything for our people, man. He's terrible. He is terrible.
I feel like you just
terrible.
Like 3 people. You got a 3-fer.
So you got a 3-fer. You know what I'm saying? I think trade yourself this week. I think any how can I word this? Anybody that's cheering on the death of Charlie Kirk. Like say you don't necessarily have to mourn the man, you don't have to agree with him, but I think people that's out there actually like going out there like cheering it on, like that's corny, man. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't make us any better than the people that you claim that you say you better than. I say you don't have to mourn the gentleman, but like I say, to actually say like, well, he deserved this and that, or actually like laugh about it. That's corny, man. So I feel like if you're doing that, trade yourself. I understand both. I don't understand how someone could have necessarily liked somebody like Charlie Kirk, me personally. But hey, to each his own. But
one time
don't wish death on nobody.
One time to piggyback off that, there was one thing I would always see I've been seeing about that stuff. It's like, you know, he didn't believe in empathy. He didn't believe in that. That's not how empathy works. You understand? Like, if you don't believe in it, that does not mean I can't believe in it for you. All right? So when people come out here and say, like, well, he didn't believe in empathy, that's never a two-way door. You know, if just because you don't believe in it, no, but if you don't believe in it doesn't mean I don't believe in it. No. If you don't believe in it doesn't necessarily believe that I don't believe in it. Having empathy for a person is, if you have no empathy for nobody, it does not mean I don't have empathy for you. That's not how empathy works. It's not a reflective window. You don't look to it. Other people have it, some people don't. I'm a person who has empathy, so you cannot tell me about not feeling a certain type of way when I see executions and shit like that, because I feel for those people. I've seen bad things happen to people. I personally have empathy regardless of how you felt about it. That's all I'm saying. Like, I see people sitting here like, you shouldn't.
No,
don't tell me how. But
I think they're just respecting his wishes.
I get it, and I totally understand that.
Cool,
but his wishes doesn't necessarily reflect about how I feel about situations and stuff.
Was
That's all I'm saying. Hey. if you sit here and talk about how people should have guns and the motherfucker gets shot, you can't tell me about shit.
That's right. I ain't want to bring that up.
That's all I can tell you. If you're sitting here and you're cool with people have guns and you get shot, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, like I say, man, great show today, man. Appreciate everybody. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, tell a friend and tell a friend. Of course, if you're in the La Crosse, Wisconsin area, man, please go check out Press Break, our brother Fred. Some of the best Chicago food you're gonna find in town. I personally like the Air Ball. Check them out over at Press Break, over by La Crosse and Monitor, right here on the north side. Once again, our brother Fred, check them out. Press Break, much love. Chicago food, the Italian beefs, the Chicago dogs, the pizza puffs, all that good stuff. If you go on some good food, go check out Fred at Press Break. As well as, man, if you're in the Jackson Plaza area, please, man, if you're looking for some new kicks, check out A Breath of Fresh. Our brother Focus is doing big things over there. Shoe restoration, he does Timbs, as well as if you're looking for fresh kicks, all type of retros, different sizes, clothing. Check them out. As well as if you're on 5th and King, downtown La Crosse area, check out JV at the Closet. More retros, man. You don't have to go to Rochester. You don't have to go to the cities anymore. You can shop right here, shop locally, shop black on JV, the Closet on 5th and King. Retro kicks, all different sizes, man. And then, of course, if you're in the Rochester area, check out Win City, man, as well. Good Chicago food out there. And then if we're in the Winona, Minnesota area, check out our brother Captain Kush if you're looking for a good artist, man. Brother, you know you always welcome back to the basement. But, man, as always, it was a great show, man. We got a little political, but, hey, if we have a platform, man, we're not just going to talk sports. We're going to try to educate y'all. I feel like that's our job as old heads, to educate y'all as well, man. So we appreciate y'all as always. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're on the north side, of La Crosse tonight, come holler at me. It's my birthday. I'll be signing autographs. I got the Sharpie. I'm signing titties as well. So, hey, come holler at me. Buy me a shot. It is what it is. Old Heads episode 161. Your co-host Omar, aka Millie, aka that dude, aka Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. Keep the faith, man. Caleb gonna be all right, man. I promise. He gonna be all right. If not, Stubby gonna be talking shit, saying,
Right.
Justin. We should have
Justin.
Justin. So it has to fucking work out for me, but. Man, I'm going to let these brothers do their outros. Episode 161. It's been a lot of fun. Hit that like button. Hit that share button.
It's your boy B.I.
Oh, shit, man. It's your boy Hendo G, a.k.a. French Loaf, a.k.a. the man be smoking that stuff. Man, shout out to everybody getting down. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you also, if you're in the Rochester area, check out Tins, man.
Yes,
Great
sir.
motherfucking Philly cheesesteak sandwich place, man. It'll be worth your time, man. Trust me, man. I appreciate all the love, man. We got our special guest.
Hey, make sure, man, reach out to people and just show love, man. It costs
like that.
nothing, bro. It costs nothing to love.
Yep, you never know what somebody going
I'm
through,
telling
bro.
you,
For real.
it costs nothing.
And double down on that, man. Make sure you
Free
check
of
up on your
charge.
people, man. Hey, you got people out here, man. Every day is not granted. Tomorrow's not
Finish our
granted.
little tweets or start tweaking that crap.
Start tweaking on that shit, man. Make sure you start checking on your loved ones, man. We getting old and shit. It's something we don't do a lot of, man. Check in on your people, man. If you love them, check in on them, man. It take nothing to make one phone call, check in, take 10 minutes of your time, maybe an hour, depending on who the fuck you calling. That's why I don't call my daddy sometimes. That nigga talks too goddamn much. But anyways, I love that nigga though. I'll talk to him that long.
No, really, ain't no hero gon' tell you the truth.
God damn, this nigga, what you talking about? Yeah, Bulls ain't shit, man. Yeah, Caleb, shit. Yeah, Caleb ain't doing shit neither, man. Hey, Billy Donovan ain't it. I agree, nigga. Yeah, we got nigga the new head coach. Come on,